and stayed at a hotel. You want to talk about a detail guy. Coach Silverfield is, if you didn't think he was about all the details, for them to go to a hotel just so the guys would know where they're staying, what the bathroom situation is, what kind of food they have, where the meeting rooms are going to be. So there's no question come the first game or the second game, home game, how this is going to work. I thought it was pretty, I mean, you want to make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Coach Silverfield does that. One thing that's going to change this week, afternoon practices. They've been working out in the heat of the day. Well, now, it's starting tomorrow, they'll be working out at 9:45. And, Coach, you would think he'd be excited about that. Not really.
Listen, I'm going to miss being out there in the heat. It gets cooler here in the mornings than I like. But without sounding funny, I think you have to have that, right? Everybody's like, you really are practicing at the hottest time of Fayetteville, middle of your practice at 4:07. In fact, the other day, like a psychopath, I showed the guys the 5-day forecast, and there was nothing below 101. It was like 101, 100. I was like, guys, by the way, that's exactly right when we're in the middle of practice. And I said it with a smile on my face, and they're all like, oh, we hate you. But you can't replicate that, right? Because I bet it's going to be pretty hot at 3:30 of our opening game. I bet it's going to be pretty hot, about noon of our third game. I don't know what the weather's going to be like in Salt Lake. We can't replicate that or the altitude here until we go and play on top of the indoor. But I think the more we can get out there, the heat's great. We'll use that indoor in due time.
Go on top of the indoor to try to replicate the elevation. I watched this press conference last night, and I started to play a drinking game like someone suggested and drink every time he says right. But quickly I was like, no, I can't do that. I'll pass out. I cannot watch him now without listening for the rights. He says it a lot.
So how many times did he say it then?
A lot. Like it was one of those where it was just, no, too much.
So as far as he's talking about heat, he's right. You can't replicate it, but you don't expect it for game one to be that hot, to be over 100 degrees. It could be, but you know that temp is coming down as football season goes along. And then he mentioned going to Utah. You wonder if maybe they would try to travel a little sooner, a little earlier to maybe get some extra days in to get adjusted to that altitude.
That's someone that's very detail-oriented would do, right? Go on Wednesday or Thursday if they could. Well, you remember last year during fall camp for Arkansas, it was unseasonably cool during camp. It was nice up in Fayetteville. It was just a really subpar summer for them, and it was a strange August.
Well, the thing
and they didn't work out in the heat.
The thing you do then is you go inside and you turn heat on, and that's how you replicate it.
Well, we discussed this during the Memphis game last year, how hot it was in Memphis for that game, and that was the first time Arkansas had really played or practiced in heat like that. And not to make excuses, but we all know that fourth quarter, that second half, they kind of wilted. Maybe that had something to do with it. And this year, they got that heat, and it won't be an excuse.
Playing conditions make a difference, but you always have to be prepared for it, no matter what playing condition is. You have to play through it.
Coach Silverfield said was happy with the offense, the way they played and performed on Sunday. Some big, explosive plays. That's good to see, but then when you talk about the defense, he was upset with the defense for giving up explosive plays and having some busts. One of those big plays came from Chris Marshall. They were backed up on their own 3-yard line, and it was A.J. at quarterback, and saw Marshall basically impress coverage and threw the ball up to him. Marshall went and got it and went 96 yards, tackled at the 1 by Miguel Mitchell. Here's Silverfield on Chris Marshall.
Yeah, Chris had a tremendous day. He continues to show what he's capable of doing. And I told Chris, listen, you can be as good as any receiver in this country. And as we've talked about before, is that consistent thing for him. And it's man, he works hard. He cares about it. Like even when the 4s were in there, he's over there paying attention. He's dialed in. He's hardworking, but it's day in, day out. Because there's going to come a time, hopefully, I don't know when that's going to occur, Trey. Maybe the first quarter of the first game, his first ever pass thrown to as a Razorback, or maybe for his 30th catch catch of the year, right? He's going to drop a ball. And then can he line back up and go play football again, not let that one drop affect him the rest of the game? And that's one of those things we've been talking about. Sometimes just him coming in my office and talking about, like, man, it's a next play mentality, but quite pleased with his growth and what he did today.
Let's hear from Chris Marshall. First, we'll get his thoughts on the 96-yard completion.
It was a read. It was a read by AJ. He looked out there, and we had press coverage on the 3-yard line, so most likely we're going to take a shot right there.
He said he wasn't supposed to get caught like that, but he's like, I got caught by one of the guys that runs 23 on this team. I got 23 miles per hour. I didn't realize McGill Mitchell was that fast, but they have those sensors, and they know how fast everybody's running, and Miguel Mitchell must be a little bit faster than I thought he was.
Have to be in right position.
Let's see. Here's Chris Marshall. A lot has been said about his past at A&M, Ole Miss, Boise State, but here's what he says is different now.
A lot is different. Just really, when me coming into this season, just trying to be more consistent with my day-to-day, taking it day by day, as Coach tells us every day. We go take it one day at a time. We go put our head down and work. We not go look ahead to game 1 to game 3. We ain't gonna look ahead to none of that. We go from today practice, look at it tomorrow, Monday, and she'll get ready for Tuesday practice.
I thought it was very encouraging because that's been the big question about the wide receivers. We know there's depth. We know that there's 8-9 guys fighting for playing time, and it was good to see Monte Harrison catch a touchdown during the scrimmage. Put his name in that list. He was already in the list, but people are talking about the depth. Just needed some guy. They need a number one wide receiver, a guy that's a threat to take it all the way. And everyone believes it's Chris Marshall, so it's good to see him do that in the first scrimmage. Now he just needs to back it up, have a good week of practice, have another good scrimmage on Saturday, and maybe he develops into that number one go-to wide receiver for Arkansas. And I think, too, everyone's nervous. I'm nervous about quarterback play. You'd like to have a starter named, and you would like to know and have confidence that quarterback is going to be good enough to help this team compete in the SEC, be competitive. But you know what? It doesn't matter. KJ or AJ, somebody was throwing those passes to him. That for him to have 136 yards in receptions, a couple of touchdowns. I think there were 7 touchdowns in all. I think KJ had, I want to say 5, and then AJ had 2, and I think another quarterback had 1. But, yeah, they're doing something right.
Quarterbacks love being able to make completions on explosive plays, downfield. But if they can dump it off to a receiver, running back, or short passes and let them do work and they get in a position of scoring or they do score, quarterbacks will take that. As long as they have playmakers and they can put the ball in playmakers' hands, they'll take that as opposed to having to throw a deep ball. Now, everybody loves deep balls, but if they can let them do some work, they'd be fine with that. Just overall, they let them make plays. They're great with it.
Offensively, no doubt Chris Marshall was the star. Defensively, it was Charlie Collins. Great to see him have a good scrimmage. Charlie out of Mills and had a couple of sacks. And we've heard a lot about Steven Souls at that star position. Or is it the star or the joker? I get those mixed up. But the hybrid defensive end / linebacker. I don't know the exact terminology. I do, but I've forgotten.
The correct term is outside linebacker, but they juice it up a little bit and they put a different spin on it and make it sound good, but it's an outside linebacker.
He had several sacks, played well, but like I was saying, Steven Souls has been doing really well, and if they have the 1-2 combination of those two guys, and I know Jamonte Waller is also in that competition, makes you feel like that outside linebacker position is pretty solid if you have two guys like that getting after the quarterback. Here's Coach Silverfield on Charlie Collins.
Charlie's done some good things. He's flashed. And I think when a guy's flash, it means they're really capable of, right? And that's great, but I like guys that are really consistent because if you flash and they look good on OG's stat sheet, but he's not reading off what happened on that second too. Right. And Charlie's done some really good things. Pleased with him. He continues to grow and buy in. We need Charlie to keep his weight up. Right. And I don't mind sharing that with you. Like Charlie. So you got to see Charlie go eat multiple times at the food truck today. All right. And he's got to keep his weight up because to play in the SEC at that jack position, he can't be looking like, one of us in here, right? I mean, we need him to put the weight on, and he's working hard at it. He's bought into our system, but he has flashed. Now let's be consistent with it.
It's funny. Y'all see Charlie, anytime you see him, tell him go eat. Go eat something. Keep that weight up. He said he's at 233 and he wants to be at 240.
Oh, they love that as opposed to taking weight off and having to be at a certain weight. If you can eat what you want to when you want to, players enjoy that.
Yeah, he was at 260 last year. So he's done a good job of losing, going from defensive end to that stand-up linebacker. He now with the summer heat and all these two-a-days, he's dropping a little bit below that 240, and they want him to keep that weight up. Here is Charlie Collins on learning the jack position.
It's been fun learning the position. It's been amazing. Like I said, I feel like the position really fits me, my body type, and also the guys in our room. We got 5 outstanding guys, myself, Jamonte Waller, Steven Souls, Donovan Witten, and Brian Austin. So between us 5, I think we'll have a pretty deadly rotation. All guys have their strengths, you know what I'm saying? But we all fit that jack description perfectly.
Let's see here. There was some bad news during the scrimmage, and we discussed this. We hadn't heard anything about injuries at all, but hopefully Coach Silverfield would address that. He did. Unfortunately, there is one player out for the season.
Maddox Lassiter, unfortunately, is out for the season. He had a surgery, an upper body injury. So Maddox has been absolutely phenomenal. A young man that we actually thought was going to have a very, very significant role for us, was playing at an extremely high level, and it's just a tough young man that unfortunately got hurt during a practice. He had surgery. He's out for the remainder of the year. I've been holding Sutton Smith with the communication with the doctors and our medical staff, lower leg injury, but I have no doubts in my mind that he'll be full go. I think some of those guys that you've been around, some of those that I have a good understanding how their body works and what's best for them. If he had his druthers, he'd be out there getting 100 plays, but it just had him on ice the last few days. I got full expectations that he'll be full go. Other than that, just some soft tissue stuff, but nothing major as we move forward.
Again, no practice today. They'll practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They'll be off Friday, and then scrimmage number 2 will be Saturday. The final scrimmage of fall camp. He said the following week they'll use it like the day before the game. It'll be like a walkthrough type, just so they another one of those things he wants to dot the I's, cross the T's. Here's what our walkthrough the day before a game is going to be like, and they're going to practice that. They went to the hotel where they're going to stay. They did everything just like it was the night before a game. He went so far as to have the buses pull and drop them off where they walk through the hog walk and enter the stadium. So nothing is going to be new.
It's a dress rehearsal.
Got dress rehearsal, went into their dressing rooms, their locker rooms, got dressed, came out, stretched, just like they're going to do on game day, so that there's no questions on the first game day of anything that needs to be done. All right, phone lines are open. 661-1037, 661-1037. Let's see here. We'll go to the Middleton Heaton Air text line. So in a hypothetical situation, say Arkansas averages 9 wins over the next 3-4 years, that would make Hunter a very successful AD for hiring coaches, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, because if you average 9 wins, you're in the college football playoff.
Oh, yeah.
Several times. If you go 9-3 in the SEC, you're going to go into the college football playoff.
And averaging 9 wins makes you're going to get more than 9.
Yeah.
You're not just going to win 9 every year to average 9.
There's not a joker position. That one's the corner's name. Jack and Star are the positions. Jack, that's right. Joker is Jaheim Johnson, the corner. Jack is the linebacker / defensive end, and the Star is the
safety middle linebacker.
Safety outside linebacker.
Safety linebacker.
Yeah. That's the one that Kamari House is playing, the star position. Thanks, 870. Cole says they call the hybrid outside linebacker position the Jack. Thank you, Cole. And Poen. Sam says, quote of the day, everybody loves deep balls. Thank you, Sam. Thanks. Appreciate you, Sam. Jeff writes in, says, didn't Pittman use the heat as an excuse last year for a loss? I think he did. I think the Memphis game, I don't know if he used it as an excuse, but he did point out that was the first time they had experienced heat like that because they had an unusually cool fall camp.
Yeah, I mean, you mention it, but you don't make it sound as an excuse.
Yeah. 501 says, blow that smoke, Wes. Can you talk about horse racing?
Thing about that is if they win that game, that's never mentioned.
No.
As far as heat. Now, when you do mention it in a loss, that's what it really sounds like. It sounds like an excuse.
I'd have to wonder if, or I do wonder, if it was brought up, like a question from the media. Coach, it was extremely hot out there. Do you think that had something to do with
Could have been.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't exactly remember how it even happened, or if he just pulled it out of the blue and talked about how hot it was. I did watch a lot of horse racing over the weekend. Saturday, what's cool is Fox, the big Fox. Now, Fox FS1 or FS2 will show Saratoga during the weekends, and Big Fox picks it up on Saturday when they have some of their races. There were several really good 2-year-old races. In fact, Frank Fletcher's 2-year-old won his race and looked really good.
Oh, that's great.
Like, really good. Like, he could be one of those that runs in the Triple Crown. Got a long way to go, but I was very impressed. Now, they paid a lot of money for that horse. I think it was $1.8 million or $1.9 million, they said during the telecast.
Yeah, when you pay that type of money, you're expecting big things.
Yeah, but it did that horse. QB Rocket, it was its name. QB Rocket. Coach Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher, all of his horses, or most of them, have that Rocket name in it. And when I was handicapping, I saw the name Rocket, and I was like, I wonder if this is.
Oh, you already knew.
And so I clicked on it, and it was he's a co-owner. But yes, QB Rocket's the name of that horse. Keep an eye on it. I don't think I'm blowing smoke. Am I blowing smoke? Am I a little excited about this team?
I mean, there's excitement going into this season. So as far as, there's a different level for everyone because they're, like we mentioned several times, it is unknown. But closer you get to the season, people are going to be more optimistic about it.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit more optimistic. I think there's a chance to win 6. I mean, optimism, isn't that nice? I don't think that's out crazy. I mean, 4-6, most likely.
Now, if we're talking 8-10, then that's a different level.
That's blowing smoke. TP in Little Rock. What's up, TP? Wes, Joe, how old is Monte Harrison? Ain't he 30 with a bunch of kids? He needs to retire. Why does he need to retire, TP? He's living life, man. He's living the dream. Played Major League Baseball, minor league baseball, comes back. Gets to get his college education, and he's playing a sport that he loves. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And look, college baseball is paying for his tuition.
Yeah.
So he's a free player. And
he's not taking anything away from anyone.
No.
And not taking away a scholarship, not taking away time, and not contributing. Now, if he's on the field for quite a bit and you don't see any results, then that's when there's a means to complain. But if he's not doing that, then let him enjoy just being a part of this team.
Yeah, if he does play and does well, don't applaud him at all, TP. Don't be happy for Monte Harrison because you want him to retire. Is he? How old is he, Monte Harrison?
Well, he was 29 before, so he should be at least 30.
It's a freshman personnel selected in the second date of birth, 95.
Okay.
August 10th. So he
just
had
31.
a birthday. Just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Monte Harrison. Let's see here. Memphis ain't that far. It was hot for them also. That's a good point. I mean, if it was unseasonably cool in Fayetteville, it could have been.
And that's different.
Memphis a little further south.
Yeah, that's different.
I don't remember it being.
But to the point, it was hot for them for sure.
Yeah.
Both teams have to deal with similar conditions.
870 said, oh, yes, Sam did use heat as an excuse. That's when we knew Sam had become soft and we were likely in trouble with a soft team. Hey, Joe, if you win 9 every year, you literally average 9
No,
a year.
you do that. I'm saying they're not going to win 9. They're not going to win 9 every year.
8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 10, 9. Yes. But 10-2? Whew. Hell yeah. Sign me up. All right, let's take a break. Everything's set. Yep. Coming up, Teresa Walker, 2:30. She covers the Tennessee Titans for the Associated Press. We told you Fernando Carmona started the other day. I guess that was Thursday night. Well, over the weekend, Coach Sala said Fernando's in, if the season was to start today, he's their starting guard. He's in line to start. Now, there's still competition going on the next couple of weeks, but...
And there should be.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So Teresa will join us to give us an update on Fernando Carmona and the Tennessee Titans. We got Joe Klein coming into the studio. Get to hang out with him for a while. We are just getting started. Glad you're with us. We'll talk some more Razorback football, more calls, more texts, or we'll take our first call, but we'll read more texts. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is SportsCenter.
In Major League Baseball, the weekend was highlighted by the debut of Cardinals rookie right fielder Joshua Baez.
And here comes Baez as a big leaguer for the first time. Swing and a high fly belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers.
After homering on the first pitch he saw in the big leagues, he added a second home run in the third inning and then a third in the sixth inning in his third at-bat as a big leaguer, becoming the first player in MLB history with 3 home runs in his debut. And in the PGA Tour, Scottie Scheffler ran away with the FedEx St. Jude Championship yesterday. He posted a 4-under 66 in the final round to win the $3.6 million prize by 8 strokes and claim his first PGA Tour win since January. I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
It's Honda of Russellville's 47th anniversary celebration. Celebrate with big savings store-wide. Register to win a 2026 Honda HR Forest Edition 4-track Foreman 4x4 with a powerful 518cc engine and long travel suspension to tackle every job and trail. It's Honda of Russellville, Arkansas's #1 Honda powerhouse dealer. Visit HondaofRussellville.com today. Honda recommends the Foreman for riders 16 years and older and recommends that all ATV riders take a training course.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them. Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most.
See Shelter Agent Jeremiah Matthews in Little Rock, Sam Eklund in Star City, or Agent Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff today.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. You've heard me say before that Double B's has the latest technology so that you can quickly and securely pay at the pump on your fill-ups. Recently on a road trip, I witnessed how important this is, as I kept trying over and over and over to do this at a national chain out of state. Their equipment was junk, and finally I had to go inside and prepay. Ridiculous. Double B's is miles ahead of such places because we put our best foot forward for you, for Arkansas. We don't have obsolete, failed technology. Not only does Double B's have safe, secure, and modern pumps, we have a dazzling array of delectables and sundries inside for all your road tripping confrères. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
How do you feel about the air inside your home? Is it as clean as you think it is? Air ducts can collect dust, pollen, pet dander, allergens that all circulate throughout your home. Yuck! You've trusted Rainbow Restoration to restore homes after water, fire, and mold damage. Now let Air your family breathes with professional air duct cleaning. RainbowRestores.com. Mention you heard this and save $100 when you call. That's RainbowRestores.com. Restoring homes and helping families breathe easier.
Out of bounds on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, selling and servicing Kubota's full line of equipment since 1991. HenardFoothills.com.
Yo, remember back on the bully when cats used to harmonize like, yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king, yo. It's about a thing, feel real good, wave your hands in the air and lick 2 shots in the atmosphere.
All right, back at it. Glad you're with us. Wes Moore and Joe Franklin. Joe Klein's headed our way. He'll be joining us here shortly. If you want to join us, we got phone lines open, 661-1037. It's the same number to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. We'll read some more text, discuss the Razorback football team a little bit more. Let's see here. Happy birthday to me, Michael Stacy Colley at DeGray Lake. Happy birthday, Michael. Little birthday shout out. Anything? Let me check. Smart Buick GMC live fan feedback. No. I think that's all old. All right. 661-1037 if you want to join us. Let me pull up some more sound from Coach. Spoke for about 25 minutes following the scrimmage. Had a lot to say. Here he is on the offensive line.
I think Kavion Broussard has really, really stepped up and solidified himself as a really good tackle. And I think we have high expectations for him. You know, we've talked about Caden Kittler a lot, throughout the time. But, and I mentioned, I think Malachi Breland's had just about as good a camp as anybody on our team. And that was a question for me. Hey, this guy's coming from the group of 5. Can he maintain? What's that look like? But him going against, those guys, the Hunter Osborns, the David Okies every single day, that's that iron sharpens iron, right? Kavion going against a Quincy Rhodes and a Steven Souls. Steven Souls shows some, really explosiveness. And that's the biggest thing is, can Steven Souls, right? It's good on 3rd and 12, and we hope we're in a lot of 3rd and 12s as a defense. But, man, all of a sudden it's 4th and 1, and they decide to put a double team on you. Can he hold up in that? So those are some of those things.
That's encouraging because Kavion Broussard was one of the question marks over at left tackle. All the other guys have starting experience, a lot of starting experience. When you look at Breland or Kobe or Cade Kittler or even at right tackle with Williams coming from Louisiana. So they've all played a lot of college football, albeit, with Malachi Breland and Williams, that's not at the SEC level. But Broussard, that was the question mark. And for Coach to say that he's had the best camp of all of them, that is very encouraging. We started the show talking about letting him talk about the quarterback, and it was real brief, just said basically nothing's been decided yet. But he did go in depth on his quarterbacks.
I'm fascinated with situational football. It's my job as a head coach to put us as many situations as I can that will allow us to win games, right? You look at the NFL, so many games are won that last 2 minutes. I also talk about 2-minute situations right before the half. I've got to do a good job as a head coach, controlling timeouts, make sure, hey, maybe we got to hand the ball from punt, and maybe they take a knee to win it. But what I was so pleased with KJ and AJ in his situation as well today is the command of the offense. That's when – Cramsey, let them roll. Let's see what they're capable of. And I think you got to see the command of the offense then, hey, putting a guy in, hey, we got 18 seconds. You better hurry up and widen out, or we don't have time. Hurry up to the ball, talking the offensive line, screaming the cadence, getting guys lined up, understanding, okay, it's 4th down. I got to make sure I get the first down. Can't end with the ball in my hands. Putting the ball in placements to get a guy get out of bounds, knowing, hey, Coach, what do you think about the timeout situation here? What about here? Hey, where's our kicker's range? So all those thoughts that are going through his head, that's a lot on a quarterback. So that's to see that to occur with our quarterbacks, that's everything. That's huge. And you can never put them in enough paces because there's nothing like it. Because guess what? First game of the first, when we kick this thing off here in a couple weeks, there's going to be a 2-minute situation for one of these teams prior to half, right? There's going to be hopefully a 4-minute situation for us, right? Just continue to put them in it. But I think those quarterbacks, and KJ in particular today, had a really good command of the offense in that situation.
And Coach said this week would be really big for both the quarterbacks. Also said that they're going to put them in more of those situations so that they're prepared and have seen everything before their first game. He also went as far as saying there are times when he hands out the practice itinerary, there'll be a couple of just open spots, and it says coach's choice. So the players can't prepare for it in their mind before practice. Like they know they're going to do goal line, or they're going to do third and long or 2-minute drill, so that they can kind of prep themselves for it. And he said, I don't want them to prep. I want them just to spur the moment, because that happens in a football game. Ball bounces funny, and all of a sudden it rolls out of bounds at the 1-yard line, and you got to go 99 yards. Put them in that situation without any notice, because it happens that way in a football game. Joe Klein's here.
Hey, man. How are you guys?
That's good.
Good.
How are you?
Good. Get my camera right, Joe. Don't get my good side. I mean, how's that?
We think it's your good side. We're doing our best. We even closed the shades. We closed the shades so that it wouldn't be so bright behind you.
That's all I got.
I just got a text. We're in a severe thunderstorm warning. Is it raining?
It's like pop-up stuff coming. It's a little band coming right down 40. And, it's like supposed to, as it gets a little hotter, it's supposed to hopefully get some rain.
Yeah, we got a little. I got some yesterday in West Little Rock.
I got some, too. It was, you could call it rain.
Oh, it stormed at my house.
Really?
Like, I was outside. I was trimming and about to start mowing.
I heard the thunder and stuff.
Yeah, it started raining, and I went in, and I sat there on the porch, watched it rain for about 20 minutes.
I didn't get that.
Oh, okay.
I got some rain, but I didn't get 20 minutes.
It poured.
Oh, good.
It was good. Yeah, it was good for the grass, and it was nice.
Hell, I'm a mile away from you.
Yeah. Got choked.
You need a cigarette?
No, thank you.
You need
got it.
You got it in Marlboro? Want me to get you a Marlboro?
Saturday was miserable. It was so hot Saturday.
Oh.
Just disgusting hot. And so when it rained, I sat on the porch, and it was like so nice for about 20 minutes, and the wind was blowing. And then that storm, and I looked on radar. I was the very south tip of it, so you're a little bit further south than me. So as soon as that passed, that sun came back out.
Oh.
It got so hot yesterday afternoon after that rainstorm.
Sauna, man.
It was disgusting hot. Yeah, gross.
Hopefully we get some. My gosh, we need it. Like, feels like I'm walking on a kindling wood. Went out there on my grass.
Did you catch the Chiefs preseason game?
Did not. No, I was driving. I was trying to listen to it, but I could. I mean, I listened to a little bit of it, but I mean, I'm not going to listen to preseason football on the radio. So, but it looked like, Justin Fields did okay to start the game, and Ty Simpson lit him up, but our defensive coordinator, man, he's notorious. Well, and the funny thing I found out is our big tackle from Chris Jones said he didn't want to play in any preseason games. He couldn't stand preseason game. Spagnuolo started him. Played him one play.
Made him get all dressed for nothing.
Yeah.
One play.
Yeah. So so we'll see. I have no idea what we're gonna have. So I know they got a damn tough opener. I know that. We got the Broncos on Monday night in Kansas City.
That'll be a great environment, though.
Yeah, but that'll be a booger.
Preseason football, it's fun to watch just because football hasn't been on for so long.
You got something.
Yeah, you have something on, but I don't take anything from it. I really don't. I mean, the Cowboys look good, but I'm like, every time I'm like, first of all, is that guy even going to make the Seattle roster? And second of all, are they even calling like their normal defense? Or they just it's so vanilla and just base defense?
Yeah, I can't tell you prior to this nice little run the Chiefs have had for the last, Alex Smith and them had a good run, but I can't tell you how many 4-0 preseasons the Chiefs had, and everybody was like, "Yeah, here we go."
Huh.
6-10, 5-11. So I mean, it's the same thing. Like in anything this preseason, I like to see I like it, especially nowadays in college. I don't know how you predict anything with all the movement and everything, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, hope springs eternal, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hope springs eternal.
Yeah, the Associated Press top 25 came out earlier today, and
Arkansas that in there?
No votes, did not receive any votes, but they have 7 teams that they're playing in that top 25.
Of course they do.
6 of the SEC teams, and then of course Utah is also ranked. Utah was right around 20, 21. I'll pull up the rankings here in a minute, and it could have been worse because 3 of the ranked teams in the SEC, Arkansas, don't play.
Yeah.
3 of there were 9 ranked in the SEC, but they don't play Oklahoma, Ole Miss, or Alabama.
So we caught a break.
Huge break. I mean, it'd be Arkansas's luck they play all 9 of them, right?
Absolutely.
But no, they get South Carolina, Auburn, and Vanderbilt that aren't ranked right now. But they could be ranked by the time Arkansas plays them. Or we were talking earlier, I think the rankings is kind of like preseason football. It's just something fun to talk about.
Yeah, no,
But last year in the with the Associated Press top 25, the final poll, 12 of the 25 teams that started the preseason ranked weren't in the final poll. So I mean, it's a crapshoot, even more so now than ever before because of all the change in the offseason with college football.
How much money could you have made if you would have had Indiana, Miami?
A lot
in the finals.
A lot, yeah, or even the year before Indiana in the playoffs. Yes.
So you could have made a killing.
Yeah, things turn around quickly in the portal days, and sometimes it turns around for the worse quickly. A team can fall apart.
Yeah.
Because of using the portal.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Now you're a lot of and that's what happened with us. I mean, we had to we didn't have the money to go get young players and develop them, so we had to, and we didn't have a lot of money, and so we're trying to hit on guys that and if you miss out on like the big lineman last year from Oregon, they spent 6 figures on, played 3 plays, and I mean
and moved on to Ole Miss.
Yeah. No, North Carolina, wasn't it?
Was it North Carolina?
Yeah, I think North Carolina.
I don't remember.
But anyway, he didn't play for us.
Yeah.
So, when you don't have tons and tons of money and you swing and miss on that one, those hurt big time hurt.
Yeah, so. I think they used their money this year on defensive line and offensive line. When you look at the guys that they brought in, like the Carlin Jones from USC.
Oh yeah, I mean
he didn't come cheap.
No,
even though he hasn't played a lot at USC, he was highly
all.
recruited out of high school. So when he hit the portal, and 6'3", 320 doesn't grow. Yes, yeah.
So, I mean, and again, I'm not. I don't think I'm making any. I think that's where Arkansas has to spend their money because you can't in this league if you are. Because your top tier teams are really stacked in those areas because they have the money and they spend it there, so you can't skimp. You have to get as best you can on that, in my opinion, and then try to figure the rest of it out.
Yeah, you load up there, and then you sign some high school kids and hope you hit on some and develop those. Yep, and then retain them. And get them ready to play in the SEC so that you don't always have to go in the portal and spend all that money on the offensive line and defensive line. That's why, honestly, it was so important to get Danny Beal and the Anthony Kennedy kid from Little Rock Central. I mean, it's not often the Arkansas produces guys that are 6'5", 330 and play on the defensive line. I mean, to have 2 in one class, that was huge to get them. And it looks like Danny Beal at least will be in the rotation, or he's got a chance to be in the rotation and play as a true freshman.
Where's he from?
He is from Northeast Arkansas. Cross County is where he played. They won a state championship. But that was big to get those 2 guys to turn around and flip the day after he He was introduced at Arkansas.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Let's go to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Boyd writes in, says, all y'all speak too negatively about the upcoming Arkansas football season. Well, Boyd, somebody just told me I was blowing smoke, so I don't know what it is. If I'm being too harsh on them or
I don't think it's negative. You've been 2-10, man, the last 2 years. I mean, I'm very hopeful, but after Northern Alabama and Tulsa,
yeah.
I'm not going to sit. You think I'm going to sit here and say, yeah, we're rolling into Utah? Yeah, we're gonna give Georgia all they want. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm for them. I'm gonna be sitting in my seat cheering. But you think I'm walking in there with high expectations? You got another thing coming. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
But I mean, it hadn't been good.
At least you got hope.
Yeah.
Because at the end of last year, you didn't have any hope.
You just hope that, as they all say in coaching, hope is not a good game plan. So we hope that we're not hoping as a coaching staff that this guy can play or this guy can play or this guy can play. Hopefully they can play.
Yeah. And that's another difficult thing. On top of all these new players that you don't know, can they play in the SEC?
Yeah, no.
Well, now all we have to go on are practice reports,
right?
Playing against each other.
And
so you're like,
it's like we practice this time of year as a coach and practicing. When I was at Little Rock, it's awful because dude goes for 140 yards catching the ball, and you're like, explosive plays. First thing comes into my mind is like, oh my God.
Defense is terrible.
We can't guard it.
Defense is terrible again.
It's like last year when they were talking about Michael Washington just running, and man, he's going to be good. And I went right to, good Lord, we're going to get,
They did.
Yeah. So I mean, it's such a hard this time of year to, I hated being a coach this time of year in the preseason because you're like, man, we can really score, but so, man, we can really guard, but we can't score. I mean, it's just,
got to find some balance somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it was Andrew Hutchinson. I was talking to him, bestofarkansassports.com. He said, I think the year was 2017. He was watching some of the camp, and it's like, man, the defensive line was just killing it. He's like, man, finally, Arkansas's got a good defensive line. They are going to get after opposing quarterbacks. Offensive line was just horrible. That was the year the offensive line was so bad. It was like, at the time, I thought the defensive line was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the offensive line stunk so bad.
Yeah, we're going to lead the nation in sacks.
Sweet. Yes, it is hard to determine what in the world this team is going to do right now.
But it's got to be better. I think
I do too.
I think from a numbers standpoint.
Cohesion too.
Yeah, and I think
the locker room's not split.
Yeah, I think you have a and again, anytime you talk positively about Ryan Silverfield, everybody takes it. But I just think you have a young guy who's energetic and is fired up and is on top of things and is very, very eager. This is his chance, and so I think the coaching staff is much better, and I think they got a little more money, and they were able to bring in some better players.
And I think a lot of the players have a chip on their shoulder. They all have something to prove.
I think
that hopefully pays off.
Yep.
We'll take a break and finish up this hour.
No, I do.
Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Everybody knows the Brad Hendricks Law Firm is famous for car wrecks, big truck crashes, and medical negligence cases. But they do a lot more than that. They help good people who can benefit from bankruptcy. And they also help older folks who had their Social Security claims denied. When you need a lawyer, call the firm that is pure Arkansas, where you won't ever be just a number. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Auto Group, and I'm working today. And today, as always, we're fighting where other dealers are advertising online prices that they actually don't give. You walk in the store, they're at $1,900, $2,900, or they're saying you don't qualify for this rebate or that rebate. And of course, we have to explain that to the customers. It had me thinking, they're probably explaining to their customers that we do the same thing. Well, we do not. Whatever you see online at redriverautogroup.com will be the price you get. Check us out, redriverautogroup.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sprained wrist, ankle twist, broken thumb, can't make a fist, busted knee, surgery, that patch of ice you didn't see.
Where pain starts, Jernavix suzetrigine begins. Jernavix is a non-opioid 50 milligram prescription tablet for adults with moderate to severe acute pain that reduces pain signals before they reach the brain.
Tendon tear, nose repair, tripping on that broken stair, dislocation, operation, moped crash while on vacation.
Do not take Jernavix with CYP3A inhibitors. Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Jernavix may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes.
Joint displacement, knee replacement, fell on marbles in the basement, ladder slip, broken hip, that rock climb where you lost your grip.
To learn more about Jernavix, ask your doctor. Call 1-833-589-PAIN or visit jernavix.com.
Register now for the 2026 Bud Light SEC Pick'em Challenge for your chance to win a 50-inch TV. Make sure to submit your picks each week so you can have the most points at the end of the season. Whoever has the most points will be the 2026 Bud Light SEC Pick'em Challenge winner and receive the 50-inch TV. Register online at 1037thebuzz.com. It's only on your favorite fun and game station, 1037 The Buzz.
In today's digital world, compliance isn't just a box to check, it's a necessity. Network Services Group will help you navigate the complex landscape of cybersecurity regulations, making sure your business stays compliant and secure. Stay ahead of the curve. Focus on what really matters, growing your business. Network Services Group, your partner in compliance for banks and medical organizations.
Network Services Group. One call does it all.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Join Rick Schaefer and I every afternoon on Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. We'll talk with great guests like Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Trey Biddy, Hogsports.com, Kevin Bohannon, and a whole lot more. It's all right here from 4 to 7 on 1037 The Buzz.
Out of bounds on 1037 The Buzz, live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy carries Steel full line of handheld equipment. HenardFoothills.com.
I'm fascinated with situational football. It's my job as a head coach to put us as many situations as I can that will allow us to win games, right? You look at the NFL, so many games are won that last 2 minutes. I also talk about 2-minute situations right before the half. I've got to do a good job as a head coach, controlling timeouts, make sure, hey, maybe we got to hand the ball from punt, and maybe they take a knee to win it. But what I was so pleased with KJ and AJ in his situation as well today is the command of the offense. That's when, as Cramsey, let them roll. Let's see what they're capable of. And I think you got to see the command of the offense then, hey, putting a guy in, hey, we got 18 seconds. You better hurry up and widen out, or we don't have time. Hurry up to the ball, talking the offensive line, screaming the cadence, getting guys lined up, understanding, okay, it's 4th down. I got to make sure I get the first down. Can't end with the ball in my hands. Putting the ball in placements to get a guy get out of bounds, knowing, hey, Coach, what do you think about the timeout situation here? What about here? Hey, where's our kicker's range? So all those thoughts that are going through his head, that's a lot on a quarterback. So that's to see that to occur with our quarterbacks, that's everything. That's huge. And you can never put them in enough paces because there's nothing like it. Because guess what? First game of the first, when we kick this thing off here in a couple weeks, there's going to be a 2-minute situation for one of these teams prior to half, right? There's going to be hopefully a 4-minute situation for us, right? Just continue to put them in it. But I think those quarterbacks, and KJ in particular today, had a really good command of the offense in that situation.
Ryan Silverfield discussing his quarterbacks and putting them in the some unique situations, preparing them for the opener. Still no quarterback named as a starter yet.
What's your inside source tell you?
Everybody thinks it's KJ Jackson. Yeah. But, talking with some guys who have been at practice the last week, A.J. Hill's been doing better and really pushing him, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
The coaches want somebody just to step up and win it, and they'd rather somebody win it on their own and not the other guy fall off and you win it by default. Right. And it sounds like at least they're both improving and getting better, and AJ is pushing KJ.
Good.
My point all along is they're both going to play at some point.
Yeah, I think they'll have
injuries happen. I'm saying injuries.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially SEC.
Yeah, quarterbacks go down, and you got to have a number 2 ready to go.
Yeah.
And so this has been good for whoever isn't named the starting quarterback. They've gotten a ton of reps. They've worked with the first team a lot, and when their number's called, they'll be ready to go. So, but that's glass half full. That they've got 2 quarterbacks that are ready to go.
Then you have 2, you don't have 1.
Well, and they also said, the hardest thing, and really with the quarterback position, is when you have a quarterback that can maneuver around, you don't hit them.
Yeah.
So you don't know. I mean, look at Chambliss at Ole Miss last year. He wasn't the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Simmons was, who's now at Missouri.
Right.
Simmons gets hurt, Chambliss gets to play and starts running around doing things, and they're like, oh, that was our guy. So until they take those jerseys, green jerseys off or whatever color jersey, let them run around, make some plays, you really don't know.
We got Northern Alabama, then
Utah.
Then
Georgia.
Tulsa. Yeah, okay. Tulsa's after Georgia.
Georgia, and then A&M.
Oh, there we go.
You get 3 ranked teams in your first 5 games.
Okay.
Coming up, we got the Razor Hog update. More with Joe Klein. Bottom of the hour, Teresa Walker with the Associated Press. She covers the Tennessee Titans. She's going to join us. We could talk about Fernando Carmona, maybe a starting right guard for the Titans. All that and much more coming up next.
Steve, we've traded for more vehicles than I've ever seen before during our Make This the Summer sales event at the Big Lot. Chris Crane, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
We sure have, Terry. We've got dozens of vehicles under $25,000, and we've got payments to fit any budget.
These vehicles are inspected for safety, and our banks love to say yes. So come see us at the Big Lot. Chris Crane, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton, or online at chriscranecars.com.
The Big Lot Benton.
Stop paying retail. Summer savings on now at Natural State Wholesale, the warehouse in Cabot. Contractors, builders, and DIYers, this is your paradise. And yes, they're open to the public. Unbelievable pricing on all kinds of flooring, butcher block countertops, gorgeous shower and backsplash tile, discount shingles, ceiling fans, faucets, and more. The hottest savings of the summer. 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot. Natural State Wholesale, the warehouse where you save big every single day. Build better naturally. 10 Fitness brings you Top 10 Tuesdays with The Zone. Each week, Justin and Phil will dive into a different Top 10 list and take your calls. Brought to you by 10 Fitness. Turn back the clock on gym prices.
This is Chuck Barrett, inviting you to listen to me call the Hogs on 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ Little Rock.
The Razorbacks are coming at you.
A wanted man out of Lonoke County will appear in court this morning. The sheriff's office says 41-year-old Lucas Underwood turned himself in Friday afternoon. Police were looking for him since he ran from deputies after they were called to a domestic dispute Thursday morning. Now, Underwood was wanted for aggravated assault on a family household member. He's expected to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. Funeral services are set to take place for the late White County judge. Judge Jaleesa Brown passed away last week after a battle with cancer at the age of 59. Now, there will be a graveside service held today at 2 p.m. on Mount Pisgah Cemetery. County offices will be closed to allow workers to attend. The Little Rock Central High School National Historic Site is preparing for a free Community Day event. Family Day on Little Rock 9 Way is set for this Saturday at August 22nd. Family Day celebrates the history of the area, the Little Rock 9, and their legacy that continues to grow today. There will be activities for the whole family, live music, local poets, and food trucks. I'm Fox 16's Whitney Thomas.
Benihana Special, $5, your choice. Sushi rolls,
and chicken fried rice, $5. Come see us at Benihana Bar Monday through Wednesday, lunch and dinner.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
Hot weather for today. 104 our high temperature in Little Rock with a heat index around 110. Still in extreme heat warning this afternoon. Also, late today, a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm. That's a 20% chance of rain this afternoon and going into this evening. Overnight, a low of 78. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
It's Chuck the Promo Guy. Join me every Tuesday with Morning Mayhem for Check-In with Chuck, brought to you by McLarty Mazda Volkswagen in North Little Rock. Looking for a pre-owned vehicle? McLarty Mazda Volkswagen has over 900 to choose from. Cars, trucks, SUVs, all at great prices. Shop online today at McLartyMazda.com or McLartyVolkswagen.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Attention skilled craftsmen, Bath Makeover of Arkansas is hiring only the best that the natural state has to offer. If you're ready for your next big opportunity to have steady work and better pay, Bath Makeover of Arkansas is ready to talk to you. Bath Makeover is looking for plumbers, electricians, bathroom installers, and project managers to help us keep up with high demand. Bath Makeover is growing our commercial division as well, with the ability to now install over 100 bathrooms a month. Bath Makeover can knock out multi-unit projects quickly, easily 10 bathrooms at a time in a single week at hotels, apartments, and government housing all across Arkansas. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is looking for only experienced and qualified skilled craftsmen to join our talented team. To learn more about the job opportunities at Bath Makeover of Arkansas, visit bathmakeoverar.com. That's bathmakeoverar.com. Plumbers, electricians, bathroom installers, and project managers, visit bathmakeoverar.com. That's bathmakeoverar.com.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and Light Maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Paid depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
When vehicles at the Buzz need detailing, we call on 1351 Detailing, LLC. Owner Timothy Ollison brings out his mobile detail unit and gets our cars looking new inside and out. He'll do the same for you. 1351 Detailing, LLC. Call 870-723-6581.
The circle of life includes death. Prevent your cubs from pawing and clawing. For wills, trusts, POAs, and more, hire the Lions. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of Legal Lions. For exceptional communication and exceptional results, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
August Friday nights in Arkansas mean one thing. High school football is back. Whether you're tailgating, hauling coolers, or cheering from the stands, Blatney Chevrolet's got the ride for game day. Right now, get a 2026 Silverado at 0% for 60 months. Or drive home a brand new Equinox for just $289 a month. Pre-owned vehicles start at just $199 a month, and we will pay your sales tax. Visit us at 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. With approved credit. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Listen every day to Out of Bounds for what's trending on social media and whether listeners agree or disagree. Engage in conversations about engaging topics. Sponsored by Arkansas-based West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee and their 1.5 million coffee farmers around the globe as they fuel Arkansas with great tasting coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA. That's 883-886-5282. Call today.
Nobody pray for me.
Live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios, it's Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds? I get way too petty once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block and break it down. We playing Tetris. AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. Eat up your per diem. You just gotta hate them phone. If I quit your BM, I still rock Mercedes phone. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest funk. My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral. Soprano C, we like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Tell them be humble. Sit down. 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 Be humble.
All right, quick look at your Razor Hog update. Razorbacks had a scrimmage yesterday. Went 136 plays. Not all ones versus twos and ones versus ones. Threes got out there. Fours got out there. Defense gave up a couple big plays. Chris Marshall had a 96-yard completion and later had a touchdown catch. Here's Coach Silverfield on the secondary.
We've talked about this before. Joker Jaheim Johnson has done some really good things at the corner spot. Been pleased with him. And then Lakai Roll and Shelton Lewis are getting a good rotation at the other corner spot. You know, I think we're continuing to see what those guys can do. Brennan Lee's another guy that's doing some things it's been pretty good. And I think you're just going to continue to see those guys at the corner spots, try to see what, I've been pleased. And I haven't talked too much about freshmen. Brandon Ford is a guy that is a young man that, but keeps catching your eyes. So often you're like, that's that freshman. Man, been pleased with him and what he's been able to do. And then at the safety rotation, right, we've talked about Kamori House so much in that star position. Been quite pleased with him. Just talked about Miguel. Christian Harrison, man, I'm telling you right now, I think you guys are going to sit there and say, you didn't talk, and shame on me, you're going to say, Coach, you didn't talk enough about Christian Harrison, because I think he has a chance to be the heartbeat of our defense with some of the stuff he can do. He's smart, he's savvy. Obviously, he comes from a great lineage.
Joe, we need to save that clip about Christian Harrison if we get the deal done. By the way, our sales team is out on the out and about trying to sell our NIL package for Christian Harrison. That's who we've picked to be representing the Out of Bounds every single week, and I'm very high on him.
You need to take that clip with him.
No doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
may need to give that to all the salespeople to play for the clients. But, Christian Harrison, very well-spoken. He was in front of the media not too long ago. Great story. Started at Georgia, then transferred, went to Cincinnati, and then finishes up here at Arkansas. He's played a lot, started for Cincinnati last year. He's going to start for Arkansas. Dad is Rodney Harrison, so, he's got some NFL stories and great coaching from his dad. But anyway, we're trying to sell that package. If you're interested, you can call the sales staff here and let them know you would like to sponsor Christian Harrison on Out of Bounds. But I heard that clip last night, and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, that's nice." Give him a little shout out. And Brandon Ford, that's the other shout out he gave to a freshman. That's only. Let's see. He's talked about Danny Beal, or the coaches in general have talked about Danny Beal, Tay Lockett, Anthony Kennedy, and I think that may be it. I think T.J. Hodges was mentioned one point, had a good practice. Brandon Ford, a freshman from Crowley, Texas, went to Crowley High School. 5'11", 193. It's nice size for a freshman.
Yeah.
Almost 200 pounds at corner. Anyway, that was nice that he gave a little shout-out to that freshman. More from the team. We got to hear from Charlie Collins and Chris Marshall. Let's see here. Here's Charlie Collins talking about the linebackers behind him.
I love the linebacker room. I know one thing about those guys, not just Shaw, But all those guys in that room, they're coming to fill gaps, and they're very vocal. That's what you want from your linebackers. They vocal, so you don't got to too much worry about the MAs and a guy not knowing what he's doing or what he's supposed to be doing, because the linebackers, they're going to make sure that the front is set, the strength is set, and everything from there.
All right, now to Chris Marshall. Deep wide receiver room.
I feel like we have a really good receiving room, and we are very deep. Like, we have a lot of depth in our receiving room and a lot of different personnels. A lot of people who touch the field with the different personnels we have in the receiving room. And sure, we all are dogs. I feel like we all ready to compete, and we competing. We're going for every ball that come our way. We competing.
What did Chris Marshall think about the offense?
I would say as an offense, we did pretty good, making explosive plays and keeping and controlling the tempo when we was driving the ball down the field, but just getting better with situations and the situations that coaches putting us through. I feel like we can be better with.
Over on the Middleton Heat and Air text line, 479 says storms that are going out over 40, Interstate 40, are pretty intense. In fact, I saw a picture, Todd Jacobian, from one of the traffic cams. Cars were pulled over on the interstate because it was raining so hard and the wind was blowing so hard. And that's what this guy said, 479. There's a lot of wind and a lot of rain, power outages in Dover, Russellville, that area, just to the north of Little Rock.
Be safe there.
Needs to make a right-hand turn. Need some rain, man.
I don't think radar's indicating it's going to go south.
I think it's already gone.
It's past us?
Yeah.
Boyd says, y'all ain't nothing but fair-weathered fans. To be a champion, you got to talk like a champion. Boyd, you got to win more than two games to talk like a champion, or you're going to look like a fool.
I've heard 2 years of talking like a champion. But okay, you got me 2 wins a year, so I'm for them. I'm buying my tickets. I'm supporting them, but
cautiously optimistic.
I want to see it,
and that's not a fair weather fan.
No,
you're supporting.
I want to see it.
Yeah, Razorback fans for the most part are beat down. Football fans are beat down.
I'm not, like when I see it, I'll go, okay. When we beat Utah, I'll go, okay. We got a chance to be competitive. We got a chance to be good. We play hard and good against Georgia. You don't see the dumb, idiotic penalties and the lack of hustle and the inept, the turnovers that I've seen for the last 2 years, then, and I see him able to do some things, then I'm going to be all right, man. Let's I'll be happy. But, I'm not going to sit here right now and I'm like I said, I'm hopeful, but
you're realistic. That's what it is. You're realistic.
Let me tell you what, Joe. Last 2 years, they made me Kool-Aid, and I drank it. I'm not drinking it this year.
Drink it after you make it.
Yeah.
After they make it, you drink it.
Yeah. After I know it's really good Kool-Aid, I'm gonna chug it.
I was at the gym this morning. The SEC network was showing Arkansas, Mississippi State.
Yeah,
I was like, I can't.
Yeah,
no. I'm not even glancing up at this mess. That was a hard one to watch. How many penalties in all in that game?
Ridiculous.
It was like 17 and like 15 in the second half. It was, that was one of those games that they beat themselves.
Yeah.
All right, the AP Top 25 is out. Oregon's going to start the season number 2. Ohio State is number 1. Oregon number 2. Georgia 3. Notre Dame is 4th, Texas 5. Then it's Indiana, Miami, A&M, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, LSU, SEC right in a row at 8, 9, 10, 11. Texas Tech stops the trend at 12, but then it's Alabama at 13, USC 14, BYU. Oh, USC and BYU are tied for 14th. Michigan is 16th. Washington, Penn State, SMU, Tennessee at 20, Utah at 21. Then it's Iowa, Houston, Louisville, and Missouri. Louisville at 24 plays Ole Miss the first weekend. That'll be a good matchup, 24 versus number 9.
At Ole Miss?
That is
it's like
neutral
Atlanta
site, Nashville.
Nashville.
Yeah, it's in Nashville. Speaking of Nashville, we'll be joined by Teresa Walker here in about 15 minutes to talk about the Titans and Fernando Carmona. But something happened this year with the AP preseason poll that hasn't happened in a long time. an SEC team did not get a first-place vote, period. Not one first-place vote for Texas, Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Ole Miss. No SEC team received a first-place vote.
Okay, Ohio State, but I've seen what's happened to Oregon when they played Alabama and in a neutral site game and all this stuff, and I have yet to see Oregon rise up and do anything. So, until I see it, I think if Georgia and Oregon played first game of the year, I think Georgia would kill them.
That was the first time since 2015. It's been 11 years since an SEC team did not get at least one first-place vote.
I wish we had half the success that Oregon's had. They're a great program, but, again, it's all semantics right now. I mean, if Georgia and Oregon or Texas and Oregon played, LSU and Oregon played, I would not feel – any of our top 5 schools against Oregon, I would feel very good about.
Last season, when the top 25 came out, the preseason poll, they compared the final results. 12 of the 25 teams weren't even in the poll at the end of the year. Penn State, number 2.
Yeah, Penn State's going to roll this year. This is their year.
Clemson was number 4 preseason, not ranked at the end of the year. Oh, by the way, Clemson's not ranked this year. Dabo, not ranked. LSU was number 9. They weren't ranked at the end of the year. Arizona
two fired coaches.
Yeah, and Dabo could be on his way out, retirement or something else. Arizona State was 11. Illinois, Brett, 12. South Carolina, 13.
Illinois was ranked 12th last year.
The year before that, they were coming off of a good year.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's see, Florida.
Come on, Joe.
Florida was
Illinois
ranked 15.
football. Come on, man.
SMA.
You know what? They play.
I know they're good. They've been okay. They're getting better.
Kudos, but they have
kudos to Brett. He finally started coaching again.
They have to knock off some of those big dogs, though, within that conference.
Right. I watched Indiana play them last year, and it was like,
they destroyed them.
It was it was like watching the an NFL team play. It was ridiculous.
Earlier when we said that 9 SEC teams were ranked in the top 25, and I was like, at the end of the year, and there are 8 Big Ten, by the way.
Yeah.
There's no way that they're all going to be ranked at the end of the year because they will beat up on each other, and it's not possible for them all to be ranked. Here's your proof. There were 4 SEC teams on this list that started the year ranked that weren't ranked at the end of the year. LSU, Florida, South Carolina, and Tennessee.
And
that's why I don't freak out about toughest schedule in America for Arkansas. Right now it looks like it, but let's see how it all unfolds.
South Carolina.
Well, they had Lenore Sellers, and they had finished the year on a streak. I think they won their last 4 games, won their bowl game. It saved Beamer his job.
2 years in a row like that.
Yeah.
They better finish strong this year.
They better start strong this year.
Yeah. We were talking Friday with Brian Edwards about it because he kind of likes their over total, and I'm like, Brian, look at this stretch. It was like a murder's row, 4-game stretch of all these, supposed tough teams, and then they play Arkansas, the 5th game.
Yeah.
I was like, Beamer may not even be the coach of the South Carolina when they get to Arkansas. If they run through that gauntlet and go winless, Middleton Heat and Air text line. Realistically, they put their pants on the same way we do, one leg at a time, and we can beat them on any given Sunday. Let's go, Hogs.
But their size of their pants is 38-38, and ours is 34-32.
They have those juicers.
I'm joking.
They have those juicers going, making that Kool-Aid. Making it with fruit.
What we put our leg in there one at a time. It's just their legs a little bigger.
Let's go to John in North Little Rock. What's up, John? Welcome into Out of Bounds.
Not much. Y'all got the All-Star cast going. I'm just looking at the schedule. Remember when it used to be East versus West, and we would get 2 teams from the East.
Yep.
And it's like, I look at the schedule 10 years ago, you got Vandy, Missouri, back-to-back, then Auburn, that's pretty good, and then you got South Carolina and Tennessee right before that Vandy game. So that's like 4 Eastern teams. I just like, at some point in Arkansas's life, this would have been a very easy schedule, like attainable schedule. You know, you're telling Tulsa and A&M, like, it's not that big of a murderer's row. That's like,
no, I love that stretch, John. In fact, I think that's the key to their season. If they're going to have any kind of success, you got to survive early against Utah, Georgia, Texas A&M. But after that, there are some games that are doable. You know, it's not outrageous to think that they can win against a Tennessee or Ole Miss or Auburn, South Carolina, Missouri.
We've beaten Tennessee like the last decade. You know, we don't really, but that's all I got. And go Hogs if we pull off 1 or 2 early. Obviously, we're not expected to beat Georgia, but you never know. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, John. Sorry. Jason writes on the Middleton Heat and Air text line, my motto, let the cake bake in both football and basketball. Go Hogs. Say no to the hopium dealers who are predicting 8 or 4 or better this season. That's Jason in Frankfort, Kentucky. Thank you, Jason. Mr. Klein.
Yes, sir.
It's still worth $5 to put on them to win the SEC, maybe, every year?
That's what you choose to do with your $5.
You can get 2 cold beers at Corky's for that.
No, it's a better investment for sure.
Yes, it is. That was good.
I'm just saying. I think you'll enjoy the latter a little more than the
501 wrote back the guy who said about putting their pants on. Yeah. He said LMFAO. He liked that, Joe. This is from Savage. Dabo is asking for trouble at Clemson. He doesn't buy in on the NIL, and he brought back Chad Morris as his offensive coordinator. He is toast. Well, here's one good thing for Dabo and Chad Morris. Yeah, that's 2 good things. 1, he's in the ACC. 2, expectations are lower this year.
Yeah.
They're not, obviously the national media is not expecting anything, so maybe he can surpass the national expectations and have a better year than expected. But that's not good enough for the Clemson fans. They don't want mediocrity.
Yeah, just 20 years ago, think of where Clemson was.
Yeah,
and now they're like, we're not ranked in the top 5. Fire the coach. Get rid of the coach.
They were on a heck of a run.
Yeah, they had a run, boy. They did, man. They had it going.
Quarterbacks, wide receivers.
But again, I think they fell into a little bit of what we did. They were not prepared and did not embrace the portal and the NIL.
Oh yeah,
like everybody else, and they got they're getting run, by it, and I think that's the same thing that happened to us.
Well, the teams at the higher end are better now than they were 10 years ago because they're using the portal to become a better team,
right?
Filling all the holes and getting even more
depth.
They're not
building a team.
Yeah,
they're losing a 3rd-year guy, and they can they can patchwork a quarterback in here or do a wide receiver here,
or they kick that that freshman that they thought was going to be good but didn't develop, doesn't work hard.
Right.
They just show him the door and go get an older guy to plug in.
Right. So I mean, when you use it that way, it can really be beneficial. But what we bring in 75? Somebody say
70, I think it was.
Yeah,
70 new players.
That's hard.
Yeah. You got Corky's calling you?
Yep, Tommy. You're right.
He's wanting to remind you to talk about the big deal going on right now?
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing, man? You're giving away free beer. No, we just
2 for $5? What store is that at?
You can get it at Little Rock. We got $2 drafts.
That's 2.5 beers for $5.
Well, I would expect you to leave it
tax and tips.
Leave a tip.
Yeah,
leave 75-cent tip. Give me a break. Leave them something.
What'd you bring us today?
Brought you some chicken quesadillas.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're good. That's one of our top secret things that we have at Corky's, among other things, but a lot of burgers, chicken sandwiches, just all kinds of stuff. If you're not in the mood for some really great barbecue, our barbecue's as good as anybody's. It's priced better than anybody's. And then I think that goes for our whole menu, our burgers. I don't like to say we're better. There's so much good food in Little Rock, and there's such good barbecue and burgers and everything. But I think when you look at the total value you get from us, it's from a catering standpoint, from a bulk order, from a delivery standpoint, drive-through, party rooms. I mean, at North Little Rock and Little Rock, you can't get a better deal.
Joe, thank you for coming by.
All right, guys.
It's always great to hang out with you on Mondays.
I'm going to go put my legs in my pants. One
leg at a time. But your pants are bigger than mine.
Amen.
We got to take a break. Teresa Walker covers the Tennessee Titans for the Associated Press. She joins us next. We'll find out about Fernando Carmona. It's Out of Bounds.
Insure your auto, home, life, and everything in between with Shelter Insurance. Find a local agent by calling 1-800-SHELTER or at shelterinsurance.com.
This is SportsCenter.
In Major League Baseball, the weekend was highlighted by the debut of Cardinals rookie right fielder Joshua Baez.
And here comes Baez as a big leaguer for the first time. Swing and a high fly, belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers.
After homering on the first pitch he saw in the big leagues, he added a second home run in the third inning and then a third in the sixth inning in his third at-bat as a big leaguer, becoming the first player in MLB history with 3 home runs in his debut. And in the PGA Tour, Scottie Scheffler ran away with the FedEx St. Jude Championship yesterday. He posted a 4-under 66 in the final round to win the $3.6 million prize by 8 strokes and claim his first PGA Tour win since January. I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
We got the big deals at the Big Rock.
Summer is quickly coming to an end, but you've still got some time to take advantage of some truly amazing deals here at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram.
That's right, Terry. We've got 0% financing and no payments for 90 days on a huge selection of 1,500 trucks. And you can get up to $22,000 off of crew cab 4-wheel drives.
So come see us and make this the summer at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton, or online at chriscranecars.com.
Powers Truck Parts and Service in North Little Rock is hiring diesel technicians. If you have your own tools, an understanding of diesel systems, and enjoy working as part of a team, they want to hear from you. Offering up to $45 per hour or more. A 401k, working Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. Powers Truck Parts and Service, a family-owned company with a reputation for quality service and over 80 years of combined experience. Contact Chad Powers at powerstruckparts.com. powerstruckparts.com.
I'm Alan LeVar. For 30 years, my team and I have helped injury victims across Arkansas. So when you hear hurt in a car, call LeVar, here's what that really means. You talk to real lawyers who know Arkansas, not a call center. We deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. And if you can't come to us, I'll come to you. Your consultation is always free and confidential, and there's no fee unless we win. Hurt in a car, call LeVar. Arkansas strong for 30 years and ready when you need us.
LeVar Law, Injury and Accident Lawyers. Arkansas built, Arkansas trusted.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oaklawn Sports, is now available right here in the state of Arkansas. FanDuel is giving new customers up to $1,000 in bet resets. Here's how it works. Bet $5 daily and unlock $200 in bet resets every day. That's right. New customers can place a $5 bet each day and receive up to $200 in bet resets, up to $1,000 total. And with baseball on every day, there's always another game, another matchup, and another chance to get in on the action. Whether you're betting money lines, player props, or same-game parlays, FanDuel has you covered. So place your daily $5 bet and unlock up to $1,000 in bet resets. Head to FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started. FanDuel, your home for home runs. Must be 21 plus and present in Arkansas. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ready for a getaway? donate blood with Our Blood Institute on Tuesday, August 18th at their mobile blood drives in Newport, Arkadelphia, or Malvern. Every donor will be entered for a chance to win an Arkansas getaway valued at $2,000, plus a $500 prize pack. You'll also receive a limited edition t-shirt and a theme park ticket of your choice. Save lives, and you could be on your way to your next adventure. Find the drive that's convenient for you at obi.org/events.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, leaders in hay equipment with Vermeer hay products. HenardFoothills.com.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried. A cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, I was raised up beneath the shade of a Georgia pine, and that's home, you know. Sweet tea, pecan pie, and homemade wine, where the peaches grow. In my house, it's not much to talk about, but it's filled when love is grown in southern ground, and a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night.
Welcome back. It is Out of Bounds. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. Your weekend recap brought to you by Fleet Management Services. How about Hagen Smith? Fitting in nicely in the big leagues. He's made 3 appearances so far. He's got 2 wins and a hold, striking out 7 in 4 2/3. He hasn't allowed a run yet or a base hit. Former Razorbacks doing well. Another former Razorback doing well. Fernando Carmona. Teresa Walker with the Associated Press joining us on Out of Bounds. She's on the Network Services Group hotline. Teresa, welcome in. How are you?
Well, I am doing well. Maybe not as well as Fernando Carmona. I mean, the young man starts working his way up into the right guard rotation seemingly just over a week ago, and he starts Thursday night in San Francisco against the Niners. Robert Saleh said today that he's probably starting Sunday night on national TV against the defending world champion Seattle Seahawks. So he for a 5th round pick out of Arkansas, he is doing very, very well. Because here's the thing, Wes, they had brought in a veteran in Cordell Volson. They had a guy that they drafted last year in Jackson Slater, who got the first chances during the off-season program to win that job and compete. And Carmona comes in as the 5th round pick, and it's like he just keeps working. They like how smart he is. They like how he communicates. And you guys probably know this well. As nice as he is, he can play with a bit of a nasty edge to him, which you need in the run game.
Teresa, a lot of starters played in this first preseason game, but is this upcoming game the one that they'll use as kind of their dress rehearsal, or do they use that for last preseason?
Well, Robert Saleh has said he wants to ramp up through the next 2 games. So they'll probably play up to halftime on Sunday night. Then they wrap up a week from Saturday hosting the Chicago Bears. So it sounds like, unless there's a change in plans, that starters will play even, maybe a little bit more, depending on snap-wise, in that 3rd and final preseason game, which is strange because, the trend had been, protect your starters, don't play them, or if you play them, you don't play them in that 3rd preseason game. But, Saleh, new staff, new team, certainly seems to be trying to make sure that he knows what he's got before the opener September 13th with his old team, the New York Jets.
Teresa Walker with us, Associated Press, covers the Titans. Teresa, I was wondering, when I saw Fernando getting the start in the first preseason game, did he get that by default? Was there a guy injured, or did he earn that?
He's earned it. I mean, Cordell Volson and Jackson Slater haven't been hurt. they're still working, but that's the thing. He has worked his way up in the he's earned these snaps and he's earned the spot. The Titans came in needing a new starter, a new right guard, and this is he is simply showing that he just might be the guy for this job.
He played on the left side at Arkansas, played left tackle as a junior, and realized the NFL told him, your future's at guard. And so he went to left guard his senior year at Arkansas, even learned to snap the ball during after the season because NFL teams wanted to know if he could play center. So he even has a little snapping duties just in case he's needed. But I found it odd that he went over to the right side. Is he having any issues going from left to right?
It doesn't seem like it because he's working beside a veteran in Austin Schlottman, who, they brought him in because of his familiarity with Brian Dable, the coordinator, and what he wants to do. And he seems to have a head into that job to start at center. So he's working beside Carmona, and on the right side at right tackle, J.C. Latham. So they've got somebody who is very comfortable, familiar, and, good communicator. And that's the thing. Salah said that Carmona himself is a good communicator. So he's talking with Schlottman, he's talking with Latham, they're getting on the same page, and that's the thing. I mean, you have to have chemistry on the interior of an offensive line. Sometimes those guys are just communicating with a tap or a word, and so you have to be on the same page. And when I hear a coach call out a lineman for being a good communicator, it's incredibly invaluable.
Position that looks different on that offense this year is receiver, where they added Wan'Dale Robinson in offseason. They draft Carnell Tate. What are those receivers looking like as a whole?
Well, I'll just say this. I really like Carnell Tate. Wan'Dale Robinson knows this offense because he played with Brian Dable at the Giants. He's going to be working out of the slot. Calvin Ridley has had some moments where he's like, don't forget about me. And he said, listen, they talk about me. Carnell Tate watched him when he was at Alabama. And they've watched him grow, be a guy in the NFL. Calvin Ridley, coming off a season-ending broken leg, seems to be determined to remind people that he can still be a one when need be. So I'll say this. I really like the top three receivers and even top 5, 6. They actually, Cam Ward last year was doing an awful lot with not much because Ridley was limited by injuries to just 7 games. He has got so much more help on offense that it should, as they adapt to this new offense, should make things a lot more fun.
How about Xavier Restrepo, someone who played with Cam Ward in college and now playing with him NFL-wise? They came in together.
Well, Restrepo has talked about how he's gotten faster, and he's made some catches, but he's fighting an uphill battle at this point. He spent much of last year on the practice squad. Now, that said, I fully expect him to have a chance to be on the practice squad again, but when I count 6 deep, he's not among my top 6.
Teresa Walker with us. She covers the Tennessee Titans for the Associated Press. She's on the Network Services Group hotline. I watched quarterbacks and have a new appreciation for Cam Ward. I really like this young man, and he just seems – I'm a fan now, and I feel like he is going to get it done at Tennessee. Have you seen him take big steps from year 1 to year 2?
I have, but the biggest thing is that it almost feels like he's dialing in. Last year when he first got here, he was kind of throwing behind receivers. And it was almost like he's been getting a little closer in target. And I'm seeing him now throwing the ball. And in this offense, Dable wants that ball coming out fast. Well, I'm seeing him throw the ball where guys have a chance to catch it and run. And that is such a key in the NFL. You've got to help your receivers out. Help them help you by putting the ball in their hands and giving them so that they can run and get you those yards after catch. So, and here's the thing that impressed me the most was when he came in, the work ethic. I mean, last year he was getting fellow rookies in at 5 a.m. to watch tape and go over practice plans and make sure that they're on the same page. He got the receivers together for some time before camp opened so that they could communicate, hang together, create some camaraderie, and you've got to kind of flash start and create on the fly, a friendship and at this level. Shoot, in college these days, but you got to know somebody so that you can talk to him. And, he's not afraid to even, not even last year, but especially this year, he's making sure guys know what he's looking for, what he sees when he lets the ball loose. So, the preseason opener, he wasn't that great. I think he started 5 of 8, and I think he finished 5 of 12. So he didn't finish. He finished the game with at least 5 straight incompletions. But Robert Saleh said some of it was just the speeding up of the tempo, going from practice speed to preseason speed. And that's the one thing I've learned from decades of covering this league. There's practice speed, preseason, regular season, playoffs. And then if you're lucky enough to get to a Super Bowl, guys, that's where they turn the knob up to 11 and crank it off.
How about that backup quarterback position? Have Mitch Trubisky, who came over with Daboll, who's played in the system before, maybe dealing with an injury. Will Levis, who's already been there, and then Hendon Hooker comes in. So a lot of competition for backup.
Well, I'll say this. It doesn't feel like there's competition at backup because it feels like it's Mitch Trubisky's job to lose. And I say that he left late in practice today kind of holding his bicep. So we'll see what that does. Will Levis, he missed last season after choosing to have season-ending shoulder surgery and announced it the day before they reported for camp. Doesn't feel like it helped himself and his stock inside that building. So he's been running third behind Trubisky. He's going into the final year of his rookie deal. Hendon Hooker, haven't seen much of him. It almost feels like they know where they're putting him. I'm kind of, at this point, expecting him to be a practice squad number 3 receiver while they hopefully get somebody interested in Will Levis before the final cut on August 30th, because at that point, they're going to have to make a decision, and if they don't have anybody interested in him, it'll be bye-bye, and somebody can pick him up off the waiver wire.
And then the fact that Trubisky may be dealing with this injury, that could change the whole landscape.
Well, that's the thing. Then you hang on to Will Levis, and but that's the thing. We still have a couple weeks left in this preseason, so I'm really curious to see how is it. But when a quarterback grabs his bicep, you want to wait and see.
Mm-hmm. Teresa Walker with us, Associated Press, covering the Tennessee Titans. She's on the Network Services Group hotline. Teresa, when you look defensively at this team, what do you think is the strength of their defense?
Oh, the defensive front. I mean, you got Jeffrey Simmons coming off an all-pro season, career high, 11 sacks, and now he comes into a defense with Robert Saleh where they want to give him fewer snaps, but make sure he's fresher for those when he's on the field. And, it's a system being run by Aaron Whitecott, the defensive line coach. One of his mentors was Jim Washburn, who I think once upon a time, if memory serves, he might have been a coach at Arkansas once upon a time. But, when he was with the Titans, he coached the likes of John Kurse, Albert Hainsworth, Kyle Vandenbosch, and it's all designed to, they kind of spread out that defensive line to attack and fast, get to the quarterback, kill. And Jeffrey Simmons, when I asked him, okay, you see the guys they've surrounded you with, you see the scheme, what do you like? And he goes, I love playing on the other side of the line.
Wow. Have you interviewed Fernando yet?
Well, I haven't interviewed him, but I did say hi to him about a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago, and I passed along the kind words that you all sent to him. And he lit up when I mentioned that I talked with Wes, and his first question was, well, how do you know Wes? And so, yes, I on a hot day, it seemed like, just the nice memories of Arkansas brought a nice little smile to his face.
Well, he is a great interview. We had him on every Monday, was it, Joe? Every Monday? Yeah. After and look, they went 2-10 last year. There weren't a lot of happy Mondays, but Fernando always was outstanding, and he would tell it as it is, but we'd have a lot of fun with him, and he is a fantastic interview, and hopefully he gets that starting job, and you'll have a chance to do a lot of interviews with Fernando.
Well, that's good because, offensive linemen, and it's always good to have offensive linemen who like to talk. Peter Skronsky is a nice leader, and he'll talk, but, it's just, with Fernando, you can tell that he does it a little bit more easily.
Yes.
It's not like pulling teeth.
No. Sometimes you just say one question and just let him go. and he'll go for as long as you want. But he is good. You'll have to let me know when you finally get to interview him. Hey, I appreciate it. It was good to catch up with you.
I will text.
Yeah, and tell him we said hi and tell him you were on the show, and we were curious to see how he was doing.
I will let him know that people back in Arkansas are keeping an eye on him.
No doubt. Thanks, Teresa. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Teresa Walker, Associated Press, covering the Titans on our Network Services Group hotline. And we got a lot of Titans fans around here. It's probably Cowboys, Chiefs, Titans, and then you start sprinkling in, the Steelers, Packers, Raiders. But there are a lot of Titans fans around. I see their little bumper sticker or decal on the back of trucks and cars all the time. We got breaking news from the University of Arkansas about Dave Van Horn. We'll hit that when we come back. It's Out of Bounds.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, are you dreading a lengthy, expensive bathroom remodel? With Bath Makeover of Arkansas, you can have your dream bathroom in as little as 1 day. American-made baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Revolutionary laser-etched shower walls that will never chip, crack, peel, discolor, or fade. Plus, with Bath Makeover's Price Lock Guarantee, schedule your free design consultation now, and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is also proud to be an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower. With 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase, and call Bath Makeover at 1-800-NEW-BATH for a bonus $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
Lost in the business jungle? From new solo proprietors to established multi-owner companies, don't monkey around with your business. There's nothing better than Lion Guidance. Hire Lion Legal. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of Legal Lions. Whether in negotiations or war, all businesses need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all business-related legal matters, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to the rescue.
60/40. What does that mean to you? Well, if you're shopping at Lazy Boy of Little Rock, it means 40% off everything in the store. For every $100, you only spend $60. You work hard for your money. Now make your money go farther with Lazy Boy of Little Rock's Labor Day sale. 40% off across the store. Upstairs, downstairs. Recliners, sofas, sectionals, tables, floor coverings, and accessories. 40% off at Lazy Boy of Little Rock's Labor Day sale. 1000 South Shackelford Road. Long live the lazy.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Millar golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for Loop Tech, Tire Tech, and Light Maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Paid depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, selling and servicing Kubota's full line of equipment since 1991. HenardFoothills.com.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. I'm Wes Moore. Thank you for joining us. Dave Van Horn got paid. Details have been released this afternoon. You may remember back 2021, been 5 years ago, Dave Van Horn signed a 10-year contract that would keep him at Arkansas till 2031. Well, in the last 5 years, SEC coaches have started making more and more and more in baseball, and his name just kept dropping further and further and further and further down the list. And that list has changed. New deal, and it replaces the 10-year deal. So it looks like it's a 5-year deal. He's going to go still through 2031, so the years don't change, but the money changes. Dave Van Horn will now make $2.1 million with a bonus for winning the College World Series championship and for fulfilling the length of the contract. So there's a key part to that contract. I always felt like in 2021, this was his last contract. Coach Van Horn said he doesn't want to coach anywhere else. This is all he's ever wanted to do was coach at the University of Arkansas. I could see this being his last contract. Now, I could see a scenario where he decides at 2031 he wants to coach some more and decides to stick around a little bit longer. But I feel like with this clause that he gets a bonus for fulfilling the length of the contract, he's going to be here till 2031. It came up from time to time last season about him possibly retiring. Do you think he's getting close to retiring? I think this shows us Dave Van Horn's not going to retire between now and 2031 unless something drastically changes. But Dave Van Horn's getting paid $2.1 million a year. That ranks him 5th nationally, according to Kendall Rogers. So kudos. Congratulations to Coach Van Horn.
Oh, that's great for him.
And to the University of Arkansas for stepping up and taking care of him. Because we looked at it this past season where he ranked in the SEC for salary, and it was well down the list. And I always felt like, and there was some talk that they were working on a new contract for Dave Van Horn, and obviously that was true, and today it was announced. Now go win a championship. Boyd says it's not his last contract. Exclamation point. I may not be, but I think it is. I think this would be 5 more years in 2031. Be a good time to call it a great career.
Yeah.
Hopefully with a championship or two between now and 2031. And so he doesn't have that distinction of not winning a Division I national championship. Should have looked it up to see where he was ranked before this. Hey,
that's just a search away.
Hey, and while we're tip of the cap to Coach Van Horn, well, tip of the cap to our Brian Edwards. He was on here Friday and gave us a bunch of winners.
He always does. Brian does a great job breaking everything down.
He gave us 4 picks, 4-0. He said if you'd have bet them all like he said, it would have been plus 6.18 units.
Can't do any better than that, going undefeated.
No, that was nice. No, I made a spare change over the weekend using Brian's picks. And Lee Sterling, who will be joining us again in the fall. Lee sent me his UFC picks. I think he's now 8 straight UFC cards they've won. Or made a profit on all 8 in a row. So I used some of his picks, and some of Brian's picks were the same as Lee's picks. And I was like, well, if they agree on it, these two guys know what they're doing. And I'm just blind doing it. I'm just enjoying the fights. That last fight, the main event on Saturday night, Joe, that was a knockdown, drag-out, great fight. I mean, those two guys got after it.
Makhachev, he was heavily favored, but Ian Gary, he put up a fight.
He did.
And he made it a closer fight later. Going into that 5th round, he still had a chance, but he got smothered in that 5th round.
Yeah, that was kind of the end of it when he went down to the ground, and he just wore him out. But I was impressed with Gary and some of those kicks that he had and his length. He was using his length and really, I'd say 3rd, 4th round, I thought he won. They were close. I think he won the 3rd, but not the 4th. Right. It wasn't unanimous.
He was in position to win that 4th, and I think there was something done towards the end where it got away from him.
It got taken down twice, and that probably kept him from winning the round. But no, it was a very entertaining last fight. That's 2 Saturdays in a row, maybe 3 in a row that I've watched some UFC.
They're always great fights, though. You can find it up and down that card.
Well, now that you don't have to buy it, and I can go to Prime and pull up Paramount.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to go.
That's free. Heck yeah, now that'll last for a couple more weeks, and then when college football is on the TV, you probably won't be going over to UFC unless it's like some huge, fight that, must see TV.
Yeah, but you're probably not going to be watching because their fights are always late main event.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have time to watch football and turn over to see some fights at the end.
Gotta get some of that late night action college football.
I mean,
save your day.
By that time, everybody may be college footballed out, but you find some good games on for that late night slate also sometimes.
501 says on the Middleton Heat and Air text line, Stan is on the phone right now, keeping it real. Ain't nobody winning a national championship at Arkansas.
After Nolan.
Maybe once that statue goes up, that'll change everything. The national championships will start flowing again. All right, coming up, we got what's trending. We'll have an open segment at 3:30. We'll take some calls, and I'll hit the Middleton Heat and Air text line. One more hour to go. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Honda of Russellville, proud to celebrate 47 years of serving Arkansas families. Come celebrate with big savings store-wide through September 26th. Register to win a 2026 Honda HR Forest Edition 4-Trax Foreman 4x4 with a dependable 518cc engine and long travel suspension ready for work or the weekend. See why folks from all over Arkansas choose Honda of Russellville. Great prices and hometown service for 47 years. Honda recommends the Foreman for riders 16 years and older. Always wear a helmet and take an ATV rider course. Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
Hi, my name is Nita Freeman, and I'm the marketing director for Genesis of Conway. In our new store that opened in November, we have been a partner with the Buzz from the very beginning. We love all the packages that we get from them. They are helping us promote our big golf tournament, the Genesis of Conway Central Arkansas Open. Robert Davidson is awesome, is a great partner. He is willing to go above and beyond to do whatever we need to make our partnership successful.
For more information on advertising, call me, Robert Davidson, 501-744-1279.
1037 The Buzz, your exclusive Razorback headquarters in Central Arkansas. KABZ Little Rock.
A wanted man out of Lonoke County will appear in court this morning. The sheriff's office says 41-year-old Lucas Underwood turned himself in Friday afternoon. Police were looking for him since he ran from deputies after they were called to a domestic dispute Thursday morning. Now, Underwood was wanted for aggravated assault on a family household member. He's expected to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. Funeral services are set to take place for the late White County judge. Judge Jaleesa Brown passed away last week after a battle with cancer at the age of 59. 9. Now, there will be a graveside service held today at 2 p.m. on Mount Pisgah Cemetery. County offices will be closed to allow workers to attend. The Little Rock Central High School National Historic Site is preparing for a free Community Day event. Family Day on Little Rock 9 Way is set for this Saturday at August 22nd. Family Day celebrates the history of the area, the Little Rock 9, and their legacy that continues to grow today. There will be activities for the whole family, live music, local poets, and food trucks. I'm Fox 16's Whitney Thomas.
Benihana Special, $5. Your choice, sushi rolls and chicken fried rice, $5. Come see us at Benihana Bar Monday through Wednesday, lunch and dinner.
With KARK's Pat Walker.
An extremely hot day is in order again today. 104 the high temperature this afternoon in Little Rock. It'll be mostly sunny. Heat index values up around 110. Now, there also is a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm late this afternoon as we head into the evening hours. That's going to be a 20% chance of rain. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Looking for something unique to do in Little Rock? Head to the Museum of Discovery. Explore hands-on exhibits, try real science experiments, and meet live animals up close. Little ones will love the Small Fry Fish Camp Gallery, designed just for early learners. Catch an electrifying bipolar musical Tesla coil show or live science demonstration during your visit. And with special events happening all the time, there's always something new to experience for all ages. So plan your visit and check out upcoming events at museumofdiscovery.org.
It's Chuck the Promo Guy. Join me every Tuesday with Morning Mayhem for Check-In with Chuck, brought to you by McClarty Mazda in North Little Rock. Looking for a pre-owned vehicle? McClarty Mazda has over 900 to choose from. Cars, trucks, SUVs, all at great prices. Shop online today at McClartyMazda.com.
If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. One call does it all.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Mall Mill exit.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over a decade ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, roll-off dumpsters, and street sweepers. Proud to be Arkansas's only authorized dealer for New Way refuse trucks and Timco street sweepers, your authorized dealer for Galfab roll-off and hook lift trucks. You can get parts and service for all makes and models with technicians traveling the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
Looking for a better deal on your next vehicle? Make the smart drive to Smart Auto Group. Since 1906, Smart Auto Group has been helping drivers find the right vehicle at the right price. Arkansas's oldest auto groups. Shop a huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Hyundai, and Honda vehicles, all backed by the hometown service you can trust. You'll find great selection and great value at Smart Auto Group. Make the smart drive today and start saving at smartdrive.com.
Here's a message for all you fishermen out there. Have you ever taken part in a tournament where you can win $3,000 and have a chance to save a life? It could be your own. You can do both by signing up for the Real Fight Against Prostate Cancer Fishing Tournament. The event is August 29th. Everyone will launch from the ramp at Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock. Entry fee $200 a boat. Launch time 6 a.m. Weigh in at 3. Plus, there's a payout for big bass and gift card galore. Larry Nixon, one of the top anglers of all time, will be on hand to meet and greet. Now, back to the fight against prostate cancer, which kills more than 35,000 a year. When detected early, the cure rate is 90-95%. So what are you waiting on? Make plans to fish or come by the weigh-in, as there will be free on-site prostate screening for everyone who stops by. For more information, call 501-912-7888 or go to Facebook, Real Fight Against Cancer Fishing Tournament. All proceeds go to the Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation.
Steve, we've traded for more vehicles than I've ever seen before during our Make This the Summer Sales event at the Big Lot, Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram.
We sure have, Terry. We've got dozens of vehicles under $25,000, and we've got payments to fit any budget.
These vehicles are inspected for safety, and our banks love to say yes. So come see us at the Big Lot, Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton, or online at chriscranecars.com.
The Big Lot Benton.
Join the Zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday, as Justin and Phil give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the Zone from 10 till 1. It's all brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level. And be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios, it's Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz. What's trending in the world of sports is sponsored by Arkansas-based West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee and their 1.5 million coffee farmers around the globe as they fuel Arkansas with great tasting coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA today.
A lot of preseason games over the weekend. We're going to start with the Bills. Their new stadium hosted the Panthers.
Tough two-play sequence for Kyle Trask. This was play two. Kenai Walker jumps in front of the screen intended for Miles Davis. Second and goal. Frank Gore Jr. barnstorms into the end zone. And it's 28-7 Buffalo.
How about Kenai Walker?
He made a great play on a screen pass. You usually don't see those getting intercepted, but he read it right away.
He get tackled right away, or
he did.
Sometimes on that, you're going the other way and nobody's there. You take it for a pick six, but that was good. I wasn't that as down on Kenai Walker as a lot of people was last year.
Well, he had a share of failures where he got burned a few times, but I mean, when you're playing in a bad defensive system altogether, everybody looks bad.
Yeah. You're going to get beat from time to time. I mean, heck, Joker's going to get beat from time to time this year. You just bounce back the next play. Let's go to the Bears and Browns.
Savon Ahmed taking it on that check down. What a cutback. Oh, wow. Off of a foot injury, trying to make a name for himself. It's a touchdown.
Sean Watson looked pretty good in his limited appearance for the Browns.
He did have a fumble, though. And it was one of those situations where pass rush was coming towards him. He tried to step up in the pocket, but he didn't get rid of the ball when he should have and took a hit, fumble.
How did Shador look?
He threw a pick later in the game, so they both had some mistakes, but they also had their bright spots.
Yeah, I heard him talking about that, but it just slipped on him. He was trying to throw it deep and kind of fluttered on him. He said he lost the grip and just threw a bad one. Rams Chiefs.
Simpson to the end zone, caught. Touchdown Rams. Dean Connors with his second touchdown of the game.
Simpson played well too. Just took what the defense gave him, is what his coach said. So they were pleased with him. Just took what was there. A lot of completions. Earlier, let's see, what was it, last Thursday? I guess it was Thursday that Mickey Spagnola joined us.
Yeah, Thursday.
And we were talking, I asked him about wide receiver number 3, and he's like, oh, that's Flanoy. The battle is for wide receiver 5.
Undrafted free agent out of Georgia Southern, Cam Brown, has really from day to day, come up with catches that I know his number is number 6, right? So we'll see what happens when we get to the preseason games because, a lot of times these guys are all Oxnard and then the lights come on in preseason and it's like, oh, where'd that guy go? But keep an eye on that guy, on Cam Brown. He played 3 years at Auburn before transferring to Georgia Southern. And it's been a very good smaller college team and was the first guy at Georgia Southern his last year there to have more than 1,000 yards receiving. So he's got something. He's got some size. Just keep an eye on him.
Camden Brown with one hand. Going deep downfield for the end zone. And making the catch, a contested catch in the end zone, Camden Brown, the rookie out of Georgia Southern.
How about that? Mickey with the insight from Cowboys camp. He told us about Camden Brown.
He had a big game.
Yeah.
They scored 17 points, and he had 2 touchdowns.
Had one other catch across the middle, picked up a first down. So Camden Brown, not the Todd Archer who covers the Cowboys, tweeted out, take his pads from him right now. He's done. He's made the team. You don't need to show anything else. Let's go to Mike McDonald. He was on Hard Knocks.
I actually think I'm here less, which is, I wish some of our coaches took that as well, but on Thursdays, I don't get to see Jack throughout the week as much. So Thursdays I try to get, which is today, I try to get home pretty quick to be with him for maybe a half hour before he goes to bed. And then I got a setup at my house where I can go, and then I work on the game plan. But it's able to spend some more time at home and be with Jack, and also it kind of lets you kind of get away from everything and kind of see things from a different perspective, and it keeps you fresh. So it's been helpful.
And once the season starts, it's all football. You get very little family time. All right, Joe Hayden. New contract numbers, not as they seem.
I got $50 million now, don't I? You know what I'm saying? So I caught me a nice penthouse. I get me a penthouse and 2 whips. Give me a Range Rover Sport and a Bentley GT. Off the rip. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So now, bro, looking at 12.6, that's really 7. That's now after my folks and everything. Well, that's, man, what you got in the bank? $1 million? $1 million. $1 million? You know what I'm saying? After it's 12.5. So that's 12.5 out of the 26 million that's guaranteed. So now I got another 14 million that's coming in. That's really 7. You know what I'm saying? So you got one tucked after 12 million. So you think you got it, man, that fit? No. Just the easy way the math goes like that, you know what I'm saying? I had to start really getting the hip, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I can see how people that aren't hip, you signed a 2 for 10 million. You think I got 10? Bitch, yes, I ain't got that.
So he's saying he had a $50 million contract, 26 guaranteed, and then from that guaranteed, now you start slicing. And he said that before he knew it, it's down to $1 million after spending a few, on a house and getting some cars and taking care of his family. He's down to $1 million in the bank, so it can go quickly.
Don't blow it. Invest it. At least with a home. That's a good investment.
Yeah, I mean,
if you at some point.
Yeah, but if you want that to be your forever home, then you're holding on to it. You're not just putting money in it and getting money back on it.
Well, don't have to pay a mortgage every month. That's nice.
Yeah. If you buy it outright, that's the way to do it, for sure.
Let's go to Major League Baseball. Here's Yankees and Blue Jays. Extra innings.
Driven deep to right field. Going back, Lucas on the track, looking up. See ya! That's how you make up for an error. A 2-run home run, and the Yankees lead 4-2.
They go on to win it 4-3 in 10. Check out the Mets and Nationals.
That's hit out to right center. Young had him played well. Does he have enough room? Back near the wall. It's out of here! Luis Torrens strikes again! A 2-run homer to put the Mets in front 3-2. Can you believe this guy? Before the last road trip, he had 2 home runs all season. He's at 4 now in his last 7 games.
Mets win 4-3. Let's go to the Phillies and Twins.
Boy, that ball is crushed deep to left field toward the pole. It is gone! 3-run home run for Alec Bohm. And the Phillies have just made this a 1-run game. Swinging a bouncer over toward first, fair ball down the right field line. 1 run is in. Here comes Bohm. It's going to be a 2-run single for De La Cruz. And the Phillies have taken a 7-5 lead.
That was your final score. Phillies get the 2-run victory. Let's go to the Royals and Angels.
And Massey hits it deep to right field and gone. The Royals lead 1-0. Timeout. Bobby Witt Jr. into the left field corner to that short wall. Meckler won't get it. And the Royals have home runs in back-to-back innings and lead 2-0.
We go on to win 3-0. I think that's the game their pitcher threw a 9-inning complete game shutout. It's like, how often does that happen these days? Pitcher going a full 9 innings. We'll finish with the Mariners and Astros.
This guy was very aggressive with the fastball.
Arozarena powers this to the Crawford boxes, and the Mariners lead. Just like that, Seattle 1-0. Raleigh in the air for left field. Alvarez back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. Cal Raleigh up and over. He sent it out by that much.
On Saturday, quite a story. My timeline blew up with St. Louis Cardinal fans and tweets and retweets of Joshua Baez.
And here comes Baez as a big leaguer for the first time. Swing and a high fly belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers. Look at that Cardinal dugout. It is not supposed to be that easy. Unreal.
This is the energy. This is the excitement. This is the thump that the Cardinals have been waiting for. This is the future. We're getting a chance to see it here. What a swing of the bat. 449-foot shot, the first pitch he sees in the big leagues.
Swing and a drive down the line. Did he do it again? That ball is gone. He's got 2 homers. Swing, drive, well hit right. Suzuki back. It is gone. It is gone. It is gone. 3 homers for Baez.
How about that? What a way to get your career started. Home run, home run, home run.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Baez. Did you see the tweet, John Gruden in Fayetteville?
No, did not see that, but, I mean, they're going to make a big deal anytime his name is mentioned.
Yeah, he was outside the stadium by the you can see the stadium behind him, and here he is.
Here we are at the University of Arkansas, the home of John Daly, Frank Broyles, Pig Sweet. I love this place. Look at this place, man. Look at that pig right there. This is one of the coolest stadiums I have seen. Let's go, Razorbacks. Let's go. Woo!
So some fans are right. Gruden would be in Fayetteville next season. Just not as a head coach.
No, he's good friends with Daly.
All right. We were talking about and giving Brian Edwards his flowers for going a perfect 4-0 with his UFC picks that he gave us on Friday. We were discussing the title fight. Who was it again?
Ian Machado Gary and Islam Makhachev.
Yeah, Gary, he was nice. I liked how even after a couple of the rounds that were intense, they would come together and like almost congratulate each other. That was like a good round.
So really Dana White was saying he didn't care for that.
There's also a lot of mental gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it in this game. You come out in that 5th round with a flying knee or something crazy and you try to finish the fight. I think that this is one of those fights that Ian will go back and watch and say, wish I could do that over again. And, if he came out and tried to destroy and win that last round, with everything that he had, I think it's a totally different fight. And then he gives Islam that explosive, he exploded up and got his back. And once he took his back and put the hooks in, that was a wrap. He's going to ride that out till the round ends.
He did. He just rode him for like the last 2 minutes. Who's the color guy?
It's Joe Rogan. And, it
was one of them. It was crazy. As soon as he got him down and on top of him, he's like, this fight's over.
Yeah.
He's like,
Daniel Cormier.
Yeah, Cormier. He's like, he's just going to ride him until it's over. He probably won't ever get up. This is it. It's over. I was like, dang. That's exactly what happened.
Padres have sold for a record almost $4 billion, $3.9 billion. So we see these numbers keep going up as franchises are selling across sports. And then with that Lakers sell, The most recent one sold for $10 billion last year, $12.5 billion 10 months later. And Jeannie Buss, she still had an almost 18% stake in Lakers. She has sold her remaining stake, so she has no more dealings with Lakers. She was still their current governor, where she would go to Board of Governors and speak with ownership and make decisions there. But she's out altogether, selling that final stake. And then Clippers, there's no proof of wrongdoing for Kawhi Leonard, and so now that trade can go through, and that's something that NBA was investigating, and they didn't see any wrongdoing there.
Live Golf confirmed today that its scheduled individual and team championship, which was set to be played in Michigan later this month, has been canceled, meaning this week's tournament outside of Indianapolis will be the final event of the season.
They got some money coming in, so we'll see. Maybe they end their season and they can look at their finances and how they're going to move forward.
Speaking of golf, Scottie Scheffler ran away with the FedEx Championship yesterday in Memphis. I think he won by 8-9 shots, had it in cruise control. And Stuart Sink on the Champions Tour beat Miguel Angel Jimenez in a playoff. It was his 5th title of the year for Stuart Sink. Pretty safe to say Stuart Sink is a sure bet to be in the playoffs and should be here in Little Rock at the end of October. Probably Miguel Angel Jimenez too. Let's see. Darren Clark finished in the top 14. Tag had a rough day. He finished 6 over for the tournament. And Ken had a rough tournament. He was 12 over for the tournament. Ernie Els was up there at the top. It's going to be a fun Simmons Bank Championship once again. All the cream is rising to the top, and it's when you look at the Schwab Cup list, it is just big name after big name. Stuart Sink, Zach Johnson, Patrick Harrington, Boo Weekley, George McNeil, Ernie Els, Retief Goosen, Miguel Angel Jimenez, Darren Clark, and Stephen Alker, who won it last year, is 10th on the Schwab Cup list. By the way, Tag is 30, so he's pretty secure in the top 54. John Daly, Ken Duke have work to do. Daly's at 86 and Ken Duke's at 87. So they got to get into the top 54 here in the next couple of months to qualify.
Heisman Trophy, there was always in recent years a fan vote, and last year Jacob Rodriguez won fan vote. Fernando Mendoza, who actually won, he finished 3rd in fan voting. But now you'll be able to do that throughout season and as a fan and follow it more closely as far as who's ranked towards the top, and fans will have a lot to say about it. Don't know how that factors into final voting, but you can vote throughout season and follow it along, see where those projections lie as the season goes on.
That'll be kind of cool to follow. All right. Anything else? We're good? All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back, hit the Middleton Heat and Air text line and the phone line if you want to join us, 661-1037, our final open segment of the day. We'll hear more from Coach Silverfield, get his thoughts on yesterday's scrimmage and some of the players, the standouts, Chris Marshall and Charlie Collins. We'll hear from those guys when we come back, too. Stick around. This is Out of Bounds.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Maumelle exit.
This is Sports Center.
In Major League Baseball, the weekend was highlighted by the debut of Cardinals rookie right fielder Joshua Baez.
And here comes Baez as a big leaguer for the first time. Swing and a high fly belted. First pitch in the show. Baez homers.
After homering on the first pitch he saw in the big leagues, he added a second home run in the third inning and then a third in the sixth inning in his third at-bat as a big leaguer, becoming the first player in MLB history with 3 home runs in his debut. And in the PGA Tour, Scotty Scheffler ran away with the FedEx St. Jude Championship yesterday. He posted a 4-under 66 in the final round to win the $3.6 million prize by 8 strokes and claim his first PGA Tour win since January. I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Auto Group, and I'm working today. And today, as always, we're fighting where other dealers are advertising online prices that they actually don't give. You walk in the store, they're at $1,900, $2,900, or they're saying you don't qualify for this rebate or that rebate. And of course, we have to explain that to the customers. It had me thinking, they're probably explaining to their customers that we do the same thing. Well, we do not. Whatever you see online at RedRiverAutoGroup.com will be the price you get. Check us out, RedRiverAutoGroup.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter Agents Jeff Hodge, Tony Smith, or Agent Jay Helm in Little Rock today.
At Our Care, we're more than clinics. We're neighbors caring for neighbors. From checkups and stitches to ongoing health concerns and behavioral health support, our doctors, nurses, and therapists are here for every stage of life. Medications are simple, with local and home delivery pharmacy options. No insurance? We can help, and no one is ever turned away. With more than 100 locations across the Mid-South, affordable care is always nearby. Find a clinic close to you at ourcare.net.
Transform your life in just 20 minutes twice a week. That's exactly how it works at Max Strength Fitness, the ultimate anti-gym. No mirrors, no music, just private one-on-one strength training in a temperature-controlled, sweat-free studio. Efficient, focused, and it works. If you're 40 or older and want to get stronger, protect your health, and feel like yourself again, this is it. Check out their new location in West Little Rock at Canis and Autumn. Claim your 2 free workouts today at maxstrengthfitness.com. Max Strength Fitness. 20 minutes, twice a week, guaranteed.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at BathFitterLittleRock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy carries Steele's full line of handheld equipment. HenardFoothills.com.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. You know, we hear all the time how expensive it is to go to a Razorback game and take a family of 4. Arkansas just put out, I got this email from them. Let's kick off the 2026 football season for just $26. It's the $26 kickoff combo presented by Coca-Cola. It's a ticket, hot dog, and a drink for $26.
Oh, great price. Can't beat that.
Hot dog and a drink's like $26. Use promo code KICKOFF26 when purchasing your tickets. Purchase your ticket. Use code kickoff26. $26 ticket. Download your ticket. Get a voucher. And you show your ticket at the ticket window. And you get your free drink and a free hot dog. Only 1,000 of these tickets are available. So you want to get them now.
Yeah, it's a good way to get more people in the stadium, but they did put a limit on it.
Yeah.
So got to take advantage of it.
Well, maybe that means it's not. They don't have a whole lot of tickets. I was thinking maybe they're trying to get people in there. But maybe it's so successful they do more than 1,000. All right, yesterday, first scrimmage of the fall camp. They'll scrimmage again Saturday. Let's hear from Coach Silverfield. Let's get him to discuss the quarterbacks.
Pretty pleased with it. I think, talking with Coach Krams and Coach Mitch, we both have been saying, we've all been saying the same things about the quarterbacks. They are capable, and it's been really, really intriguing to see. It's, AJ continue to make the easy throw, and then speed up the timing of those things, right? Like, okay, hey, today I know OG wrote off some of the stats. Like some of the sacks were just timing stuff. Like not necessarily always on the line, but 1,001, 1,002, ball's got to be gone. And KJ again making great decisions with the football, right? I don't want to sit here in front of you guys as the media and say it's okay to punt the football, but I'll take a punt over throwing a pick. And so just continue to be better with the decision-making. Hank Hendricks struggled a little bit early today and then showed why he's such a touted young man and what we think about what he's doing moving forward. So that's kind of great to see him make some steps. Obviously, he's young, but the two guys are competing, AJ and KJ, some good things. The decision has not been made. I'm excited to see, okay, hey, now we go to these morning practices, continue to put them in more situations.
Yeah, he went on to say that this week would be big. Starting tomorrow, they practice at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:05, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. School started today, so today they had the day off. We'll get to hear from the tight end coach, Coach Turner, tomorrow, and the players. So if they go for a couple hours, they should be done around 11:30. We may have that sound for our show tomorrow. And then the running backs, Coach Johnson on Wednesday. I bet we hear from Braylon and Sutton Smith Wednesday. Probably tomorrow will be Platt and the other tight end, Lockwood. Coach was praising him after the scrimmage, so that he just continues to make catches, and that has really come on. He said, now everybody knows Platt is our guy. Platt's the tight end, but you play more than one tight end a lot. Yeah. And with the injury to Lassiter, they needed Lockwood to step up, and he has. And so it sounds like that's the 1-2 combination at tight end.
Have to take advantage of those opportunities, so it's good to hear he's doing it.
I bet that's who we hear from tomorrow, Platt and Lockwood. Thursday, it is just a couple of players. We don't have it doesn't look like an assistant coach speaking on Thursday. Scrimmage is closed Saturday as of now, and no interviews afterwards. But on Sunday, they turn around and practice again, and Coach Silverfield's going to meet with the media next Sunday. So we'll get a kind of a scrimmage recap Sunday. Then they're off on Monday, and they'll go back to morning practices. I think that is closed. No media, closed. No media, no media, no media, closed, closed. No media, no media. Yeah, Sunday. This Sunday will be the last practice that the media is able to go to. So their final, basically 9 practices will be close to 10 practices, will be closed to the media. So there'll be no more little tidbits coming from practice, just interviews. I just did not realize that until I took a look at the schedule, unless something changes. All right, back to Silverfield. We heard him talk about the quarterbacks. Got to have a good offensive line.
I think Kavion Broussard has really, really stepped up and solidified himself as a really good tackle. And I think we have high expectations for him. We've talked about Caden Kittler a lot, throughout the time. But, and I mentioned, I think Malachi Breland's had just about as good a camp as anybody on our team. And that was a question for me. Hey, this guy's coming from the group of 5. Can he maintain? What's that look like? But him going against, those guys, the Hunter Osborns, the David Okies every single day, that's that iron sharpens iron, right? Kavion going against a Quincy Rhodes and a Steven Souls. Steven Souls shows some, really explosiveness. And that's the biggest thing is, can Steven Souls, right? It's good on 3rd and 12, and we hope we're in a lot of 3rd and 12s as a defense. But, man, all of a sudden it's 4th and 1, and they decide to put a double team on you. Can he hold up in that? So those are some of those things.
Coach is excited about the way this team is coming together. He loves the camaraderie in the locker room.
There's going to be a lot. We're going to face a lot of talented teams, but are we the actual best team out there when we take the field? Are we the closest? Do we win? Do we play for the brothers, right? Do we care about each other? I don't mind talking about, do we love each other? And that stuff's huge to me. And I think we got to see that come together. Things we got to continue to take care of the football better and tackle better. The tackling today, the full-blown scrimmage guys getting tired. It's different. Hey, play a rack of 4, go to the sideline, get a shot at Gatorade, come back out 4 minutes later. Man, all of a sudden, those drives occur. Where's the technique and fundamentals? I think that's what allows for the explosive plays on the bigger plays that showed up today. I think we're in good shape, but obviously you can only get that measurement in an actual scrimmage.
And we got to hear from Charlie Collins and Chris Marshall. They were the 2 stars of the day on offense and defense. Here's Charlie Collins talking about his position and the other guys in the locker room.
It's been fun learning the position. It's been amazing. Like I said, I feel like the position really fits me, my body type, and also the guys in our room. We got 5 outstanding guys, myself, Jamonte Waller, Steven Souls, Donovan Witten, and Brian Austin. So between us 5, I think we'll have a pretty deadly rotation. All guys have their strengths, you know what I'm saying? But we all fit that Jack description perfectly.
Yeah, I like that position, honestly, with Steven Souls and Charlie Collins and throw in Jamonte Waller. I think that's a solid 3 guys at that one position. So that's the depth that you need in case something happens. Chris Marshall, speaking of depth, that wide receiver room.
I feel like we got, like I said before, I feel like we got a lot of depth and a lot of versatility in our room, from speed to big receivers to shifty receivers. We just got a lot of depth and different things we can do, and coach is putting us in a great situation and moving us around.
One great thing about having Chris Marshall, and it's hopefully your wide receiver number 1, they feel like on defense, Joker Johnson is their, number 1 cornerback. And those 2 guys get to practice against each other a lot.
Defense, they done got the upper hand on us many times through camp. So it's a battle every day in camp. I feel like we're doing nothing but making each other better. And he's a dog. I'm a dog on the other side of the ball. So we going at it. That's the number 1 corner I'm going against. And I feel like, and he feel like the same way he going against the number 1 receiver.
Yep. Maybe that'll pay off, make them both better for when they get into SEC play, going up against other top corners and other top wide receivers.
He talked about defense kind of owning them. Defense should be ahead of offense to begin, but now offense should be catching up and making plays on their own and really kind of going back and forth and not dominant on one side of the ball.
Yeah, Coach Silverfield, it's got to be tough because you're coaching both the offense and defense, but he said that he was kind of disappointed with the defense because Friday the defense played so well and got some turnovers. But I'm sure he was upset with the offense for turning the ball over, owned the ball, right? Then Saturday they came back and the offense had a better day than the defense. But I guess that's really kind of what you want, kind of going back and forth. Both of them have their days.
Yeah, I think they wanted more balance where it's in practice, they're having their times, their moments during practice as opposed to one day, the next day. But I mean, if you're getting success on both sides of the ball, then that's all you can ask for. I think they like it more balanced, though, throughout one practice.
Chris Marshall, very hyped, highly recruited out of high school to A&M, didn't work there, went to Ole Miss, didn't work there, went to Boise State, and now he's at Arkansas back in the SEC, and he knows this is it.
It means everything, just being back in the SEC and knowing where I come from and knowing that the coaches took a chance on me, and I feel like I owe it to them. I owe it to the team to go out and perform every day. It's my life. It's just what we do every day, just like people have their jobs. I come to work like this is my job, but my job is playing football. It's something I love to do. Certain people have different jobs they don't like to do, but they got to get up and do it every morning. Like some of my family members, some of my mom, so I'm coming to work with a smile on my face and trying to bring the energy into the team,
Middleton Heat and Air text line. Wes, how obvious is it that the Dallas Cowboys will cut Schoonmaker? Oh, is it obvious? I don't know. I don't think so. I guess that's a good one for Mickey next time. 501. Can me and Charlie Collins trade metabolisms? Well, you want to lose a bunch of weight like Charlie Collins? Start working out for 2 hours at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Check with your doctor first. And hydrate a lot for about a week before you start doing that. Yeah, I think that's probably part of his weight problem, keeping it on.
Yeah.
To go from 240 to 233. I mean, you could do that in one day. He could have been back at 240 after having a day off. Get all that water and fluids back in him. And then practice. That's today. And then tomorrow. Well, going to the morning practices, that'll probably help him too. Won't be losing all that water weight every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I bet. Here, I'll look. What the difference in the temperature is going to be 9 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock. Let's see here. Let's go to Fayetteville. Right now, it's a nice – they're probably walking around going, where has this been the last 3 weeks? It's only 87 in Fayetteville right now. Cloudy, overcast, and it's been well over 100 degrees at this time every single day in Fayetteville. But tomorrow morning, yeah, they just caught a break today. It's only the high was 89 today, but tomorrow it's going to be 98 in Fayetteville. But in the morning when they work out at 9, what did I say? 9:05. 9:05. It is 81 degrees, and by the time practice is over, it'll be just hitting 91 degrees.
Perfect time to practice then.
Yeah. And instead of the triple-digit heat they've been having, it's, let's see here, it's going to be 101 Wednesday afternoon, but they won't be practicing in the afternoon. When they hit the field, 82 degrees. And same thing gets up to about 92. So, yeah, it'd be totally different from those guys. 20 degrees cooler, at least 20, probably even more once you get on that artificial turf. And you feel the heat just coming out of that turf. Thursday, it's even better. It's like 78 degrees, 77 degrees when they hit the practice field. It only gets into the upper 80s. So, yeah, that's going to be nice for a nice break for the team. I think they're in shape. I don't think we have to worry about the heat. I think all those questions have been answered since they went through fall camp. Now they can start to get their bodies right, hydrated, and ready for the first one. Does anyone really know if they go to class or even have to these days? I did hear.
They have to.
Yeah, they have to go to class. But Coach Silverfield said something about going to class. He said, now it starts yesterday or Saturday was their last practice before school started. He said now it's the challenge of doing all the things we've been doing on the field, but adding the classwork to it, going to class, being there on time. And so when he said that, I was like, I guess they do still go. Some of them go to actual walk to a classroom.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you're taking them online, there's still a time that you have to be available.
Yeah. Got to be online. Zach in Palestine. What's up, Zach? Thank you, Lord, for this rain in eastern Arkansas. This brown truck has been a heat box the past week. I can, like an oven, I bet, Zach. But yeah, it was some much-needed rain for parts of the state today. Let me pull it up. We got a little bit here in central Arkansas yesterday afternoon. But today, the north of kind of I-40 and north got a pretty good storm. And, yep, it's still kind of going towards Helena, Forest City. And there's a glob, like maybe we get a little rain here in a minute. It's just to the north and west of Benton, just almost directly due west of Little Rock. And future radar shows it's going to rain over Little Rock here about 5 o'clock. Just about by the time we get home, Joe, we may get a little rain in Little Rock. That's nice.
We could use it,
Yes.
cool it down a little bit more.
For the sun to come back out about 5:36 and be a hot night. We'll take a break. We'll come back, wrap things up. See if we can find Double R. See what they're planning to do. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
August Friday nights in Arkansas mean one thing. High school football is back. Whether you're tailgating, hauling coolers, or cheering from the stands, Blatney Chevrolet's got the ride for game day. Right now, get a 2026 Silverado at 0% for 60 months. Or drive home a brand new Equinox for just $289 a month. Pre-owned vehicles start at just $199 a month, and we will pay your sales tax. Visit us at 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. With approved credit. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Arkansas summers are no joke. When temperatures climb, dehydration becomes a real problem, and that can increase your risk for painful kidney stones. If you've ever had one, you know it's something you never want to experience again. This summer, stay hydrated and pay attention to your urinary health. If you're experiencing pain, blood in your urine, or other symptoms, Arkansas Urology is here to help. Visit ArkansasUrology.com. Arkansas Urology, helping you stay healthy all summer long. The Hustler end of year sale happening now at Cabot Outdoors. Save big on select Hustler zero-turn mowers. Take home the X-Ride 60-inch or the 52-inch and 42-inch and get 0% financing for 42 months with approved credit at Cabot Outdoors. Don't miss the great deals on the Hustler lineup, built for performance and value. Cabot Outdoors, your trusted source for Hustler and DeWalt equipment. Get mowing today. CabotOutdoors.com or stop by Cabot Outdoors today.
Injured? Let's talk about getting help now.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888.
Whether injured at night, on a weekend, or a holiday,
Dial 8 for Rainwater Holds and Sexton.
888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Ready for a getaway? Donate blood with Our Blood Institute on Tuesday, August 18th at their mobile blood drives in Newport, Arkadelphia, or Malvern. Every donor will be entered for a chance to win an Arkansas getaway valued at $2,000, plus a $500 prize pack. You'll also receive a limited edition t-shirt and a theme park ticket of your choice. Save lives, and you could be on your way to your next adventure. Find the drive that's convenient for you at obi.org/events.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Join 103.7 The Buzz this Friday as Morning Mayhem and The Zone will be on location broadcasting from the Little Rock Athletic Club. It's time for the 2026 Pickleball Best of the Best State Championship. More information at lrac.com.
It's Honda of Russellville's 47th anniversary celebration. Celebrate with big savings store-wide. Register to win a 2026 Honda HR Forest Edition 4-Trax Foreman 4x4 with a powerful 518cc engine and long travel suspension to tackle every job and trail. It's Honda of Russellville, Arkansas's #1 Honda powerhouse dealer. Visit HondaofRussellville.com today. Honda recommends the Foreman for riders 16 years and older and recommends that all ATV riders take a training course.
We got the big deal.
Summer is quickly coming to an end, but you've still got some time to take advantage of some truly amazing deals here at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram.
That's right, Terry. We've got 0% financing and no payments for 90 days on a huge selection of 1,500 trucks. And you can get up to $22,000 off of crew cab 4-wheel drives.
So come see us and make this the summer at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton, or online at chriscranecars.com.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, leaders in hay equipment with Vermeer hay products. HenardFoothills.com.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. Wrapping this thing up on a Monday. Weekend recap brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Big thanks to those guys. Busy weekend to recap. Talked a lot about the Razorback scrimmage. Heard from the players. I think we played every one of these clips. Maybe a couple of them twice accidentally. We had a lot of sound over the weekend. Appreciate the weekend guys for doing that, cutting it up. Tomorrow, the tight ends and Coach Turner. I told you earlier, thanks to Brian Edwards and Lee Sterling, my Bet Saracen account has a little extra money in it onto this Monday. They had a very good weekend in UFC, and that's almost like bonus money. I don't know anything about UFC. I don't bet on UFC, but these guys, they're the experts. So I feel like it's free money. So I did not do it like I did last time. Remember last week I said when I got that free money from Bet Saracen, thanks to Brian and Lee Sterling, I made a crazy wager on Arkansas to win 8 or more games. It's plus 1,700. Would pay I think it was like $900, almost $1,000. And I was like, you know what? It's free money. What if something crazy happens? What if they did hit in the portal and the quarterback plays better than we expect? So I did it. Now I'm going to go and hit some of the double R prop bets. And I got a couple I've got my eye on that I think has got some really good value. So I'm going to take some of that bonus cash and that money and put it on some of these season totals. That's one of the things about futures bet. You know, I like to win my money now and have it in my bank account the next day, or that night. Futures, you got to wait. You may not see this money until November, if you see it at all.
But we're getting close to the North Alabama.
Those will be, I guess so. That's right.
So let's see, 17th, probably another couple of weeks out from when those will be ready.
Have you already started working on them?
No, I keep waiting for some of the pieces to fall into place, just maybe to take some of the, I won't say questions out, but rather than, okay, is it going to be, I think we all believe it's going to be KJ Jackson at quarterback. That's one example. How much do you think Sutton Smith is going to be toting the mail? How much is he going to be a receiver?
I think he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot.
So
I expect 10 to 12 carries a game and probably 3 or 4 passes his way.
But we're talking North Alabama.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that you hope he plays a half.
No, I've already done all the futures, but no. That's where the guessing game comes in. And usually, I don't know that Neil will do it this time, but what he's done in times past on these type of games, I say these type of games Arkansas is expected to win. Basically, it's the first half.
Yes.
Stats, and that's what. Okay, so maybe Sutton Smith might have only 2 catches because he's only playing basically in a half, or it's only the first half statistics that's going to count. So anyway, getting close to that.
I got to wonder after the news came out of yesterday's scrimmage, how many people jumped on the Quincy Road or the Charlie Collins over 7.5 total sacks and over 2.5 fumbles recovered for plus 1,000. Because I was in the category of thinking that Steven Souls was going to be the primary guy at the jack position. And Charlie's going to play. They're both going to play, but I thought Souls would be in there more often. And so I thought that 7.5 may be a little too high, but maybe that's a dynamic duo right there, and they both load up on a bunch of sacks.
If this defense can live up to at least some, should I say, moderate expectations, I think Quincy Rhodes and Charlie Collins are in store for big seasons.
Yes, you need to take some of the pressure off of Quincy Rhodes, and so that teams can't just focus on him and double team him every time.
That's good too,
else.
Randy. Moderate, don't exceed. At this point, I'm saying
I'm being
hopefully
cool, Joe. I'm being cool.
Yeah, hopefully they will exceed, but right now, yeah, let's keep it at moderate.
Yeah,
that's good.
I mean, if they went from 16th all the way up to, let's say, 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm calling moderate, Joe.
That's average in the SEC.
That's average.
Yeah.
But that's a big jump.
It showed major improvement.
Yeah.
Well, and what we were told by Hunter Yurchek, that they were going to have the resources to be in the average of SEC, that they should be an average SEC team, right? If they had the resources to go out and get players to where, you're not A&M, you're not Georgia, LSU spending-wise, but you're right there in 8, 9, then, yeah, you should have a record that says you're around 8 or 9.
CBS Sports did a study today. I think they polled 50 GMs and all these other where they got the input from. But it's the over 40 and just under 40 million rosters.
Oh, yeah.
And there were probably, I didn't expect Arkansas to be in there, so I wasn't paying that. I mean, I wasn't like I was locked in.
Well, the headline showed LSU, Texas A&M,
Texas,
Oregon,
Georgia,
Ohio State,
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
LSU, if you didn't mention LSU. But, I mean, over half the conference.
Yeah. What's coming up next?
Coming up next at 5 o'clock, we'll hear from Trey Biddy. And then at 6 o'clock, we'll hear from Pat Bradley. And then there may be some other surprises mixed in there.
Cool. We'll have a good show. Coming up tomorrow, we got Coach Z. We'll focus on the tight ends with Coach Turner and I'm guessing Platt and Lockwood talking with the media. Should be a fun day. They get the day off. Back at it tomorrow morning. That's it for Out of Bounds. Thank you for listening. Have a great night, but stick around. Drive Time Sports is coming up next.